and let's go live. Hello everybody and welcome to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and today we are back with episode 3 of Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express, and perhaps today we might reach the Orient Express. Previously it's just been horror. But you never know. We are currently in an asylum, and let's do a bit of a recap for last episode. So, previously on Call of Cthulhu, the investigators have taken on the mantle of uncovering an ancient statue, the Sedefkar Simulacrum, which is said to have great powers. Following the murder of the English professor Dr. Smith, they escaped a strange train and travelled to Paris to catch the Orient Express. Once in Paris, they researched one Comte Fenelick, who was sent to the asylum at Charenton after the French Revolution. Investigating this asylum, Dr. Delplace had recently been murdered. He was the leading doctor at the asylum previously, but now one Dr. Leroux has taken over. They found themselves trapped in the asylum and discovered where the patients were kept. At the end of the episode, they discovered that all of the doors to the patient's cells were wide open. And that's where we will be picking up today's episode, as they are in the Charenton asylum, and they find themselves trapped in here with no way back. They've just opened a sealed door to the patient's wing, and all of the doors are left open. So let's introduce our characters. So we've got Haley from Twitch channel The Great Haley, who's playing Evelyn today. You've got Lindy from Laugh Love Lindy Twitch channel playing Nancy today, Nancy Drew, the investigator. We've got Greg today, who is playing Herb Patterson, the ex-Dust, what are they called? Rough Riders, that's the one. I was trying to say Dust Riders for some reason. Yeah, Rough Riders. And we have Redundant UK from the Twitch channel Redundant UK, who will be playing the English gentleman Harvey today. So, I guess let us dive into today's adventure. And you guys know how to interact with the show. You can hit that follow button. When we hit 20 followers, you guys get a viewer decision where you get to decide anything which happens next. The tweets are there as well. Here's a link to them. 20 retweets will have another viewer decision. 2 new subscribers or patrons, and we'll have another one as well. Don't forget you can inflict maladies upon the players by giving them nat 20s or nat 1s, wild magic surges, and worse. So, cool stuff. Good to see you guys here. What's up, Swaybe? Roller, glad to hear about our Insta Ray. And other than that, let us dive into the adventure and see where we find ourselves. So, let's get quick descriptions of what you guys look like. So let's start with Evelyn. So what does Evelyn look like?
I hate going first.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very petite woman. She's 5'3", I think. I don't remember. She has short brown hair, hazel eyes. Well, cute, but very reserved kind of looking.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Lindy, what does Nancy look like?
All right, Nancy, she's got hair about this length, super curly, red hair, Sherlock Holmes hat kind of thing. She's got her pipe that she likes to ponder with, dressed a lot like Sherlock Holmes, green eyes, fairly slender build, about average height, freckles.
Fantastic.
About it.
And Greg, what does Pat look like?
Pat's 47 years old. He's 5'10". His hair's gone mostly gray. He's got about 3 days worth of growth on his face. Perpetually tan from being outside most of his life. Crow's feet, piercing blue eyes. That's about it, yeah.
Fantastic.
And always his Rough Rider hat, which is folded over on one side.
Of course. And Redundant, what does Harvey look like?
Harvey is a fairly attractive young gentleman who has very tidy short brown hair, parted to the side. He's clean shaven. He's quite slim. I think he's probably about close to 5'10", around that. Quite slim build and quite a thin face. Blue eyes. He looks okay.
All right, yeah, dapper gentleman.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
he's quite dapper. He's quite dapper.
All right, cool. So let's dive into our adventure. So you guys are in the asylum. You've just opened up this big kind of sealed door, and you've looked into a circular chamber. The circular chamber is very large. It has several different layers to it, in which the patients, not really prisoners, although you do know that there's a lot of electroshock therapy going on. But that being said, we are in 1923, and so this might be accepted therapy for the group of you. You might think that this is actually helping them. However, you have seen into a room where one patient was disemboweled and surgically destroyed, essentially, by one of presumably one of the doctors working here, or perhaps by another patient. You don't really know. You also know a couple of other things. You know that there have been rumors of sexual misconduct within the asylum, where patients will be taken down into a basement area, which you're looking to discover more of, abused, and then taken back up to their cells, electroshocked, so that no one believes them. So it's a very dark heart within the Charenton Asylum. You've just opened the door, and you've realized that where literally hundreds of patients stay, the doors have been opened. Now, as Pat has pulled back this door, and you've given a first glance to it, whilst the doors are open, you also realize that there are no patients visible to you currently. In some of the rooms you can see into, and you can't see any patients inside. Obviously, because the room is circular, from the angle that you're looking at, you can't see into every single room, but from those that you can see, no one is inside. So that's where we're going to pick up today.
Still a whole lot of dope.
Yep. Will, what I would like to do is I would like to close the door and lock it down.
Fantastic. Yep, so you kind of like push back the door, it goes with a clunk, and seal it back in place. Now, behind you in the corridor was where you previously found a disemboweled patient, and you also you know that there's a surgery wing to explore as well. Now, for the sake of this, we'll say that Evelyn has been with you most of the time, but she's been staying back in the evidence room to take a look at things. So we're going to begin with Evelyn rejoining the party as a device to explain to Haley, essentially, all of some of the intricacies that have been going on here. So Evelyn arrives as Pat just slams closed this door.
What's going on?
Pat turns around and he goes, "Listen, restricted area's got about 100 cells in it. All the doors were open. I figure I'd close it and lock it, and then we can discuss our next move instead of having a restricted area open with potentially hundreds of maniacs. So
It's a good plan.
That sounds like a great plan.
let's discuss."
I guess the only choice left is to go through surgery.
I think we've seen a little bit of what that kind of
Yes.
surgery they do here is, but
Yes, Evelyn, do not look through that door.
I'm just gonna let y'all lead, and I will follow behind.
Very well. Well, I guess we go through surgery now. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I
mean, I'll go into the restricted area if you guys want to,
No.
but you got to really want to.
No, I'm good. I
I
think
say
unless
we pass.
yes,
I agree.
yeah.
Let's hold off on that till it's like our last resort.
Yes, definitely. Yes. No, I think we'll hit up surgery. I believe. I think that might be our best bet at the moment.
Okay, so you head towards the surgery wing, passing by the door with the disemboweled patient. Now, Evelyn, if you look inside, I don't know if you guys are going to let her look inside or if you're going to describe to her what is in there. But there
Everyone's like, no.
We have warned her not to look inside.
I took a picture if you really want to see it later once I get this film developed.
yeah.
I'm just gonna take
Whilst-
your warning for it and just not.
Yeah, whilst you don't see what's inside, they're pretty insistent that you don't take a look. You can smell that tangy, irony smell of drying blood. There must be quite a lot of it in such volume to be able to excrete this smell past the door. So
Whole
you know,
body's worth.
yeah, you know that something very, very wrong is inside that door. You have a door open to the surgery wing. and it looks like it leads into an office room. The window is tinted dark, so it's difficult to see what is inside. However, it would seem as though there are several desks and also body trays, I suppose. I'm not sure on the exact medical term for that, but what you can trolley people around on, basically. And that is what looks like inside. You can't tell if there are people inside, so that's what you see currently.
Okay. And we don't see any movement or anything like that, or do we hear anything?
You can roll me a spot hidden.
Okay.
You can roll me a listen, in fact, if you're looking to.
I'll roll a spot hidden.
Oh, I
I'm
may as
good
well
at
do a
this.
listen because I did say I was listening. Oh, I passed, and so it begins.
Spot hidden. I barely failed.
Oh dear.
So
So yes, to remind you guys, we are playing Call of Cthulhu. It's a D100 system. You can see the value here. That's the number that they're trying to get lower than, and this is what they rolled. So if they roll lower than their value, then that is a success. So looks like Harvey has succeeded and Pat has succeeded as well. You guys can hear a faint buzzing from within. You're not sure what it's from. It doesn't sound insectoid. It sounds more medical, or
like a saw.
perhaps like a saw. It's more intermittent than that. More like little kind of bzz, bzz, bzz.
Oh, like electroshock
Electroshock.
therapy.
Sure.
Oh dear. Well, I suppose we go talk to the gentleman that's doing that. Yes.
You want me to go in?
Sure. Be diplomatic.
That's my specialty. How about I go in and then somebody else talk?
Okay.
I can do that for you.
Sure.
I have a 10 persuasion, so just throw it
I'll
in.
go in with you. I'll keep you safe, bloody.
I've got both guns out and I'm gonna go in.
Okay. Yeah, you step inside. It's very dark in here. No lights are on, and you can see that two of the electroshock machines seem to be left on, and that is what is creating this kind of bzz, bzz. There are two patients who are lying on the trolleys, and they have been left there with the machine left on. They have their eyes closed and would not appear to be living from or breathing from your initial examination.
They wouldn't appear to be living or breathing. Can I poke one with like a stick or something before we, just to verify?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you as you do so, you can run me a sanity check, of course.
Oh god!
She carries like a 10-foot pole just to
Yeah,
poke at things.
I figure there's something like poke it with anything that's not my hand. I succeed. Sanity check.
Nice.
Very well, actually.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of see that this body has been, just left under here, and it looks like there's been some kind of severe damage to the kind of cranium, and this person is clearly dead. The patient is male, in his 40s, and bald.
Is it
Well,
quite obvious
here's
how to
the
turn
bucket.
machines off? Is there like an
yeah,
on?
there's a pretty clear off button in there.
I go up and turn both of them off.
Okay.
What's the other patient look like?
The other patient is also male but younger, in late 20s, mid 30s.
Okay.
My God. The more and more I look at this place, it seems less like a hospital, more than a dungeon.
I'm a bit disturbed by what we've been seeing here. This is not proper medical procedure, I don't think.
Well, I wouldn't know. I'm afraid I don't know much about psychological, medical procedures, but I imagine strapping people to an electric machine and leaving it on is not standard.
I mean, usually we just fix it with whiskey back home, but
Well, usually you're not going to open the door for 100 prison cells either, so something's afoot.
No, something's definitely gone wrong.
there's trouble afoot.
I'm You know what? I'm gonna have a look around for perhaps any files or anything that would give an indication as to why these people have been left here, or why the cells have just been all open. Basically just anything to give me some bit of information on what the hell has happened.
Sure. Roll me a spot hidden as you're looking around here. There is, as I mentioned, several desks, and there's clotted pieces of paper on them as well.
My spot hidden is 45, so I succeed very well.
Ooh.
Thank you to Swebe for the donation. Fantastic. So you succeed, and looking through the desks, you find several medical papers, which look like they have been written by Dr. LaRue. They are signed by him and have his stamp on them, basically. They are all... by the way, I'm getting some background ticking from someone. Are you guys hearing that? It's like a typewriter? Or is that just...
I told you somebody could hear my fan.
I think it's someone... Isn't it someone just writing?
It could be, or it could be a fan or something like that. I don't know.
I'm going to go ahead and assume it's my fan, so I'm going to go turn that down.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, you... sorry, looking through these papers, clearly by Dr. LaRue, signed by his name, and they are medical records and detailed descriptions of various different procedures that have been going on. You read into them more and more, and it's rather worrying. Anyone from any kind of medical perspective, and indeed, a layman like Harvey could tell that these practices of leaving the electroshock on for hours on end has resulted in several deaths already. It's either medical negligence or it's straight up evil.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with these people here. I'm gonna take it. This is evidence for them that they are doing this, so I'm gonna give it to the police when I can. I'll add that with the diary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You're just getting all this evidence.
I'm straight. I'm gonna get this evidence. I'm gonna blummin'...
Have we looked through that diary yet?
I did. I didn't tell you what was in it, though. I gave you a brief description of what was in it.
You didn't go into details, but you told us he's doing some messed up stuff to these patients.
Actually, I meant the diary that we got from the dead doctor underneath the thing. We kind of stuck it and hid it away, but we never...
Yeah, I have it. I think we looked at it briefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
As long as we did, then that's cool. I don't want to open it up. The way out of the asylum.
So basically it's going to take me a bit to go through all these, so that's what I do.
Yeah. What about the rest of you guys?
Any other exits to the room?
Yeah.
Yes, there is another exit which leads downwards, and it looks like it goes down a staircase which winds for some time, looking down that stairwell. You can't see the bottom of it from here, though.
I think we may have found the basement, Lottie. It's, they're usually downwards. These stairs.
I was hoping that it would go up.
Well, that's typically, the attic or a loft. But, of course, it's the basement. I don't think there'll be a way out of the basement, but we need to go down there anyway to take a look, don't we?
Well, I guess it's better than going through the restricted area.
I agree.
Keep that key handy, though, for the restricted area in case we got to fall back.
Oh, definitely.
We can lock a couple doors on our way.
Definitely. Because we have a key ring with multiple keys on, don't we? Because he gave us. Yeah.
Well, he gave us one, and then we took another key ring when I picked the lock.
Okay. Well, if there's no one else, is there anything else you need to do in this rooms, or should we carefully head down?
Are there any tanks of or any type of anesthesia or flammable, maybe alcohol of some kind?
Yeah, there is strong medicine, which would be an anesthetic, local anesthetic, which would require syringes that you can find around to inject. But yeah, there are little packs of these. Sorry, the police or something else.
Anything labeled as flammable, anything that has got I would be able to deduce as being flammable with a high alcohol content or
I could probably find that.
She'd
All
sniff
of
it out.
Nancy?
Yeah.
She's explosive. Yeah, you can find medical alcohol around here, sterilizing alcohol, which would be, you know, like 95% alcohol, so super strong.
Don't
stuff.
drink it unless you water it down a whole lot.
Yeah, you'd go blind.
Okay, I would like to take some, basically make a makeshift, like, Molotov cocktail-esque device. Just get it ready.
Just in case.
Yeah, sure
Just-
thing.
We need to
I
burn
got
down
ti-
the asylum on
Okay.
our way out. You know?
You're goddamn right.
Do you think we should look for something to defend ourselves?
That shotgun is probably a good thing.
Well, yes, but I'd rather, you know, well, I suppose I could hit someone with it. I'd rather not blow a hole through someone. but
Well,
okay.
I mean, if there's a scalpel, I've heard those are fairly good for defense.
If anybody comes at us in here, aim low with that shotgun. You'll keep them from getting to you, and you won't kill them.
Right. Okay. It's
That
okay.
goes for everybody, me and myself included. If we got a group of somebody coming at us, shoot at the legs. It creates a trip fall. You know, just
Oh, I
pow.
can shoot at something else slow that's not the legs, but yeah, we won't go into that right now.
Absolutely.
Harvey crosses his legs.
Right.
Okay, so let's head down, shall we?
Circumcisions by Nancy. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Wow. It's like Ruby all over again. So the group of you head down the staircase in this surgery room, which you believe to be one of Dr. LaRue's offices, and you head down these cold stone steps which wind their way downwards to a basement area. Once again, there is a door before you. You can't see what's behind the door. It seems like this room, whatever it is down here, is not lit in any kind of way. So again, through the misted over glass, you can't tell much. However, you do notice something is coming from below the door. You notice that a strange white mist is emanating from within.
Is it cold?
It is cold
Yeah.
down here. It's at least 10 degrees cooler than you were comfortable with. It was already quite cold in the asylum as
Yeah.
it was.
Was it as cold as, remember that first room we were in? Is it
Yeah.
that cold?
It's getting to that level. You think if you opened a door, it would be quite freezing within.
Did we see any, like, lab coats or jackets?
You know
I mean, we
that
didn't
back,
look.
yeah, back in the locker room, there would have been loose, spares for overalls and stuff like that. You could go back to the evidence room and pick up a few of those. Yeah.
See, I mean, we could to help with the thing, but the problem is, if we find a patient and they see us in these overalls, they're going to
Oh.
immediately think we're these people who've been
I-
torturing them for God knows how long.
That's probably not a great idea then.
Seeing strangers in general, though,
Yeah,
could
that's,
also.
that's true.
I'll take my chances not being a crazy doctor.
Okay.
Evelyn does not like guns, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Does she like living more or less than guns?
She'll shoot. Like when we were on the train, she tried to shoot and failed miserably. So
Okay. Well, trying. At least the attempt was made.
she will attempt. She
we've
will
got-
not be the best, but
We've got that one extra 38 from the horse trading. We got 2 pistols and the shotgun. So Nancy's got one. Harvey's got the shotgun. I'm going to give the 38 to Evelyn. Make sure she's got that.
okay.
Have fun.
I'll try not to shoot you guys.
Yeah, I imagine she takes this gun rather gingerly, as it's rather heavy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hold it with both hands, just shaking already.
Do you want the lighter gun? I'll take the heavier one if you don't want it.
Yes, let's switch.
As you're discussing the guns and trading different items of equipment, you hear a slam against the door. With a heavy impact, something bursts against it, and the door holds. And you realize that someone has been pressed up against the glass with their back turned to you. There's a red spray of crimson blood which is dripping from their head as this body has been pressed up against the door by someone or something.
No,
No,
is it too late to leave?
Yeah, so let's go back up and go through the restricted area, I think.
I don't think we should open the door.
The group of you can roll sanity checks. Other than Pat, who's immune to violence and gore.
You said you don't need one from me?
No, you're good.
Success.
I've got
Okay.
a pretty good
Oh my
sanity.
goodness, now.
You're like, oh good lord.
I just gave her a gun.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
Here, take this. Okay.
So we have Evelyn with a failure. Okay, and everyone else succeeded?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Evelyn, you are going to lose 4 sanity points as
Whee!
this really shocks you as you see this body pressed up, and it's the first sign of violence that you've seen within this asylum. You've heard that they saw something grisly within, but this really startles you and shocks you.
I'd like to lean up against the door, so if they've been able to hear us at this point, and somebody just burst this guy's head against the door. Correct? That's the
Yeah.
visual look. Somebody. Okay.
Pretty much.
I'd like to say in there. I'd like to say, hey Doc, we're hip to your game, buddy. We're coming in.
You hear a scurrying pair of footsteps rushing away.
Is this door locked?
There's one way to find out.
Is this? I mean, does it look locked, or is it like just a normal like wood
It
door?
looks closed.
It looks like there is a keyhole. There is a keyhole.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you, but I'd rather not go in there.
Well, we know that the piece that the Comte was in the cellar whenever he met his end of his days, and if he took the
True,
piece,
we haven't found the artifact yet. Maybe it's still down in the cellar.
we got to sweep and clear.
Oh,
It's okay, Harvey. I'll get you a nice glass of whiskey when we're done with this.
I think I'm gonna need one now.
I've got you covered. And
It pulls out like 2 flasks. What kind of brandy do you want?
I take a swig. Okay. Okay.
don't worry, I've always got a bottle in my purse.
Okay.
Always.
You said we don't have any light down here, though, right? Will?
That's correct.
Okay. Is the door locked?
The door is locked, yes.
Do one of the keys on the ring that we have acquired open said door?
It does, yeah. You twist it in the lock, and with a click, you feel it turn.
Okay. Point of no return time, guys. Are we going in here?
Well, it's this
Well,
other
ideally-
restricted area.
Yeah,
no. Right.
ideally, we don't go into the direction of where someone just got their head smashed in,
Like a pumpkin.
like a pumpkin. Yes.
Smashed pumpkins.
I mean,
But
if someone did
we don't
that-
know what's up there, though.
Well, yes, but we do know what's down here.
We also know what's not down here. He didn't shoot him in the head. He pushed him in the head. So that
What?
means he got some range on this cat.
However,
I mean,
doesn't
it takes
mean that
quite a
this
bit
guy-
of strength to smash
Yes,
somebody's head
yes,
to
that's what I was about
explode.
to say, yes. That's a lot of strength.
Question: how portable were those electroshock therapy things?
You
would-
can just drag it in.
Yeah, you'd have to move it on the dolly, basically.
Okay.
So not
Can't move
particularly.
that down a spiral staircases.
Yeah.
Okay. Like just fry them. That won't work. Okay.
No, we can just turn it and roll it in there. Hope it spills in water or something.
Well-
Although,
you-
if
There's mist. There's that mist.
Spiral staircase though, dolly doesn't work out
Yeah.
that great.
for all we know, it could be a patient who's pushed to the brink. Maybe he can be reasoned with.
It could have been the doctor who's got his head splat against
Yes,
the door.
yes. I mean, they've constantly tortured these people. Maybe we can offer a rest.
Oh,
But they could be
wait,
too far gone.
all the cell doors were open and no one was there that we could see. Maybe they dragged all the doctors to the basement and now they're just on a killing spree.
Okay, I got an idea. I'm gonna open this door for a second. Okay.
Okay.
Just like what we did with the restricted area. I like it.
I've gotten hella good at peeking. Okay, Will, I'm literally gonna open the door, grab the body that's slumped
Okay.
at the bottom of it, and pull it in, and then close the door.
I want to cover my eyes.
Okay.
Roll
That's a good
me
strategy.
a dex, just to how quickly you can grab this body,
God.
open the door.
I'm standing there with the gun.
Ooh,
Well, I'm
Oh.
not that fast. So you you grab the body. Yeah, you twist the lock, grab the body, pull it through with you, and close the door again. However, in the time that you've done this, much of the mist on the floor appears to have seeped into the outlying room that you guys are in currently, and but that's the only downside. It's very cold in here now, and that has definitely noticed a change in the temperature as this happens. Now, the body itself is the body of a patient. It is, again, a man in his 30s, bald, and you can take a look at the body if you'd like.
Yeah, somebody with better peepers than me. I mean, I'd like to search it too if I can. I mean, we can do multiple.
Yeah, I'll let two people check the body at once.
Yeah,
Nancy, I think this is more your expertise.
Yeah. So, what are you rolling? Sorry, I cut out for a second.
So, I guess a medicine or let's see what we got. Skills in Call of Cthulhu. I always forget.
There is so many.
Yeah, let's call it a medicine.
Medicine. Okay.
What about a first aid?
First aid would also work. Yeah, medicine or first aid. I'll take either of those.
Oh, thank you.
Deal.
Oh yeah, I failed.
So whilst you guys are rolling that, we do have our first viewer decision of the day. Thanks to the 2 new subscribers, folks. Underneath this line here in the chat, I want to know a otherworldly power which one of our villains has. Now this is Call of Cthulhu, so it might be the power to destroy minds, rule over minds. It might be the ability to kill. Something dark themed, nothing too silly. And yeah, let me know underneath that line in chat. So,
We're screwed.
anyone succeed on their checks?
I did.
He did.
Nice. Okay. So
Just like head wound. Yep, right there. Just.
yeah. So the cause of death, Pat's quick post-mortem reveals that it is not the blunt force trauma of the head being smashed against the door which killed this person. That was most likely the cause for a lot of confusion, but they were thrusted in the back of the nape of their neck with a thin instrument, perhaps a dagger, perhaps something medical. It's a small incision, but it's thrust with quite great strength and precision into the back of the neck, which would have instantly killed the patient. So it's kind of thrown against the wall and then quick jab in the back of the neck. That was the cause of this person's death.
So it looks more precision than just brute force.
It's a combination, right? You know, he had to throw him against this, and this guy was thin, so wouldn't require too much strength to do that, but you'd still have to be quite strong to physically throw someone against a wall like that, or particularly angry. And then the precision of the blade jab looks very medical.
So either one of the scientists has finally lost it, or perhaps the people in here, maybe the patients are killing each other.
Well, we know that Mandarin was the one that was doing all this sexual misconduct and torturing these people.
Him and the other fellow, Guimar.
Right.
So you guys look at Evelyn, and something strange is happening to Evelyn. You can't see much of her upper body. It's as if the mist is wreathed around her upper body. This is, of course, a wild magic surge, but you can tell that this mist seems to be kind of enveloping around just basically her upper half, from about her hips to her sternum.
So she's going transparent, kind of.
She's going translucent, yeah.
Oh, right.
You feeling all right there, Evelyn?
Yes.
We can't hear her now.
Oh, the place is going too.
I'm muted. Oh
She's just fading from existence.
And just boom, internet goes out. No, I'm fine. I mean, besides all this that's going on, I'm fine.
It feels really cold on you, Evelyn, but other than that, it doesn't feel any too weird.
Well, aren't I already cold because of the mist coming from the door? So it's like,
So this is like almost like a hot cold. You know when something's so cold that it almost burns?
Okay.
That's how that feels.
Can we try to get her back up, Evelyn? Why don't you walk up these steps? Like take 10 of them and go back up and see what happens. Get her out of the mist. The mist is ground cover, right?
Yeah, but it's
Well, it's
currently
enveloping
her, the top of her. So if you walk up the staircase, the mist follows you.
Yeah, that's not.
I think maybe we get a jacket for her. Come on, Evelyn, I'll go get you a slab coat. I'm gonna go up with Evelyn to get her a lab coat.
Are we splitting the party? Is that what
I'm going to get her a lab coat.
All right, let's walk up with them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna lock the door back.
Is that
if we haven't
door
already.
locked? Alright.
Yeah, we'll lock it.
Okay. You lock that door, head back up the spiral staircase, back into the surgery room. You walk past the dollies. However, Harvey notices something weird as he walks past. One of the bodies is gone. The male in his 40s is no longer there.
He was so dead, I checked.
Are you sure that you checked that he was dead 100%?
He was dead as a doornail. I looked and he was like, I looked at the hand and he went back down and he was not breathing, there's no heartbeat. He was dead.
So maybe someone came from the restricted area. Maybe one of the doctors came from upstairs and moved it. Someone must have just moved the body. So someone else is down here.
Where else could we
We
just...
got plenty of people down here.
Well, considering we've only seen the one person down below.
The secretary lady, but I don't know why she'd be in the surgery ward. That's the only other person, unless Dr. LaRue came down.
Yes. Anyway, Evelyn, let's get you that coat so you can.
What does everybody think? What does everybody think about Pat shooting his gun, just in the air? Boom.
Let's not
I
draw
think I've got
attention to
enough
ourselves.
Nitus.
Yeah,
Just, ma'am.
If there's anybody down here, they will surely send help if they hear a gun go off.
you know, I don't know if that's quite the case if they're killing people downstairs.
That's what I'm thinking too. So we don't need to really be. So you all mind if I shoot this corpse in the head?
Oh, if you're going to shoot...
Oh, if you can
one
do
in the
that,
head,
that's fine.
That's fine, just like in the air though, I mean...
Okay,
no.
plug your ears.
Sorry, yes,
Right.
I thought
I
you were
thought he
gonna...
meant just like for fun. Okay.
Okay. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, boom,
All right.
boom. Shoot corpse in the head.
Yep. All right. There's everyone plugs their ears. Bang! The pistol goes into the head of the patient and is lodged somewhere in the brain.
Okay, I cover with a sheet.
Okay.
Leave him where he is, so we don't have an errant sanity roll. Because somebody sees a broken open head.
Okay.
Do we hear anybody coming? Can I
No
do a
one.
listen roll?
Yeah, you can roll me a listen. For sure.
Is it okay if I roll a listen too? I was gonna.
Yeah, you guys can roll if you want to.
Okay, let's see. What's my listen? 20.
Did you guys hear anything? Damn.
No,
I failed.
I'm going. I didn't plug my ears enough.
Listen's my best check, and I was like, nope, I failed.
I'm just gonna do it just in case.
Oh, that's
Where's
not
my
bad. That's
listen?
a success.
I succeed.
Nice. Good job. So, Evelyn's been standing away from the group, and she manages to get a bit of a better listen on to what happens after the bullet goes off. Evelyn, you believe that you hear the door below you unlock and open.
Downstairs?
Yeah, I think that I heard the door downstairs open.
Oh, that's... oh, maybe we should just wait for him up here then, and we can shoot him when he comes up the stairs.
Yeah, everybody get ready.
That's probably a good idea. Yes, that's probably a good idea. Is Evelyn still like see-through? Well, going.
She's still got that same coldness around her. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
is
Evelyn,
there
you
a lab
work?
coat around here that I can just quickly put around her? Or
You'd
just
have
give-
to go. You'd have to go back to the locker
Back to
room.
the locker room.
Oh, in that case, I just take off my jacket and put it around her. Then I think it's
How is there not a forgetful employee in here?
They're very organized.
They're taking everything.
yes.
So you wait as you hear the door open. You don't hear any footsteps, but you do see the creeping mist begin to rise up the staircase towards you, and it's beginning to fill the room.
Oh,
I saw this coming too.
I don't know what. I guess. So this mist basically is it's a constant stream coming from down the stairs. Is it?
It seems to be, yeah. It's currently hugging the floor, although Evelyn has some of it kind of swirling around her in a strange pattern. At this point, it's maybe 60 feet away from you. It hasn't seemed to have any harmful presence. I mean, Evelyn is surrounded by it. You have stepped in it before when it kind of seeped into the room from below, so it doesn't seem necessarily to be malignant.
Just cold.
Very cold.
This is
We gotta hurry up.
very.
Do we need it run back? Like,
Do we go through the restricted area, or do we go forward down deeper?
We gotta go down.
yeah, we got to get that relic. What is
did
it?
the rest of you want lab coats just in case?
Yes, I'm going to take a lab coat just in case.
We've got to get back to there.
Yeah, let's just quickly grab a lab coat from the very cold locker room very quickly. And,
Yeah.
It may not do much, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, so you rush back, grab a lab coat. How many do you want? There are enough for all of you if you all want to wear one.
For everyone, I think, yeah?
Yeah,
I'll
give
wear
him his
one,
coat back, put this
But
coat
I'll
on.
wear it underneath like my little coat thing, so
Mhm.
it's not like super obvious I'm a doctor.
Okay. So it does seem to be warming.
Pat's not gonna wear one.
Yeah, I was imagining Pat wearing his lab coat and then Rough Rider hat on top. So everyone but Pat will wear one of these lab coats. You head back into the room, and by the time that you return, the whole room is filled on the floor with this cold white mist.
Is the body I shot in the head still there?
The body you saw on the head is still there.
Hey, here we go.
Excuse me, Evelyn, I do apologize for this, but I hope you don't mind. I'm going to gently touch her arm to make sure it is solid that I'm touching. You know, because she's going all...
She appears to be solid, yes.
Okay. Sorry, I was just making sure that that whiskey didn't have any adverse effects.
She's just kind of like.
Sorry, I just...
I spiked the whiskey.
Here's a crazy thought. She's continuing to get more and more transparent, correct?
The process seems to have stopped now, at least for now.
Okay. We need to have some. I mean, obviously, if she disappears completely, we have to have some way to communicate with her. But having an invisible person in our squad would be pretty nice, especially when we want to sneak into an area that is filled with crazy people.
Like when we put the lab coat on her, did that start to turn kind of translucent too, or was that still?
It doesn't seem to have an effect on the clothing as such. It seems to be more just
Okay.
sort of her actual like
Okay.
skin, I guess.
Okay. Good.
Just gonna make this clear. I'm not getting naked. It's not happening.
Way too
Well,
cold for that.
I have a husband. This is not happening.
Let's just put a pin in that. We won't talk about it.
You
We'll come
never
back.
know. I said that once, and then there was a bet, and I mean, it's just.
Right.
She's gonna like wrap the coat around her like tighter.
Yes. No, no one will be getting naked, particularly because it's so cold. Okay, I think we need to make a decision now. We need to either decide to go through this cold, horrid mist into the basement or go through the restricted area. I'm not sure if this mist is actually following us or it's just the fact that someone opened the door and it's just seeping through.
Well,
I think it's just it expanding, like just
I
going
think-
into free space.
Yes, and maybe there's a freezer down there or a morgue or
Maybe
something
let
like
the
that.
freezer door open.
Maybe,
Icebox
I
door
don't know.
open.
I don't think normal ice boxes do this, but
I mean, it has to be a very large
No, I've never
icebox.
seen it. I've never been to a morgue. Is it a
Ah.
morgue? Might be a morgue down there.
I'm not real concerned about the mist as much as I am the killer that's down there in
I'm
the
not too. Killer in the mist.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit worried about the mist, but that's just me.
I
We'll just put a
I'm-
pin in that too.
I'm worried
running
about
out of
both the mist and the killer and the restricted area. But I think what we're looking for is not going to be in the restricted area because people have been in and out of there a lot lately. You know what I mean? It's the more public-ish
Okay.
area.
Okay, so we
down.
And we
We're
know
going
the
head first.
basement is where what's-his-face was. That, like, imprisoned a long time ago.
Yeah, the
I guess
comp
we're
is
going
down.
down.
The comps.
All right. So
Get the gun ready.
you brace yourselves and step into the mist. It's freezing cold, but that doesn't dissuade you from stepping further down. Your feet immediately feel like they're really, really cold. It goes up to about your shins, about midway past your shins, and so that is getting really cold. Evelyn, yeah.
Can we see like through the mist, like on the ground, like to the? Can we see the floor?
You can't see the floor, no. And it feels like you can't see your feet very easily as well when you're stepping through this mist.
In the locker room, were there any umbrellas or anything?
No.
Okay.
Is it hard to walk through, or is it literally just like walking through mist?
It feels just like walking normally.
I'm gonna grab that mop that I leaned up against the locker and use it like a walking cane
Okay.
through the mist to make sure there's no pit traps.
Yeah, okay.
I
That's
don't
not
wanna
what I'm
trip.
worried
I
about. I'm
don't-
worried
I
like
don't
people on the
wanna
ground.
lose- I don't want to lose my footing, so she's gonna like have that like just bust like the head off of it and use like the stick to kind of like make sure there's nothing in the mist.
Okay, in that case, Ruby, you can roll me a spot
Ruby.
hidden. Sorry,
Spot-
Nancy.
Okay, Nancy.
Lots of ease.
Oh my gosh! Nope. I could luck it, but that would be like 30 bucks. So, nope.
Okay. Alright. Let me just make a note of that. So, the group of you head down the staircase, not able to see your feet very easily as you step down, and as you return to the room, which was previously locked, and then you heard it open, the door is wide open. It's very dark within, so you can't see much inside, but it seems like there aren't any standing figures within the room itself.
I light a match so I can see what the hell's going on.
Yeah, you can
Oh.
you can see a couple of feet ahead of you.
Light,
but not
light my
very far.
pipe for me harder, if you will, Leah.
I light her pipe a bit.
Yeah, like a little bit of light from my pipe.
Okay.
We need to find a light source. Check the walls for any light switches or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I tell everybody to plug their ears for a second.
No.
Oh.
I take 3 shots, one to the left side of the open door, one directly in front of the door, and one to the right side of the door. Bam, bam, bam. Just
Okay.
kind of sweeping the area there.
Yeah.
Wasting all
The-
ammo, this is bad.
Yeah, knock off three bullets from your inventory. And then bang, bang, bang! The group of you are once again having to clutch to your ears. You don't hear any cries of pain or anything slumping to the ground, but you do hear the bullets kind of like bang, and whiz off from the brick walls.
Oh, thank God they're brick.
Yeah.
Just for future reference, everybody, I've got 38 shells left, and I have 44 shells left.
All right.
Okay.
So that's why he's on willy-nilly with this shooting.
I can't do anything else but shoot, so I gotta have that.
Okay. Can I search the walls again? You're not gonna shoot again, are you?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Just stay on this side of the room. If there's something in the mist, it ain't happy.
Okay. And I'm just gonna skirt the walls looking for a light switch. Using my match.
Yeah. You find the light switch. You kind of flip it up and off. It doesn't seem to come on. And so it doesn't seem like it's working. However, as you step inside, and I'm guessing Pat is slightly inside as well to be able to fire the shots.
Yep.
Nancy and Evelyn are staying behind the door currently.
Oh, I think we should split up. Let's go in. Come on.
Yeah.
So you step into the room, and Harvey, you're trying to figure out why the light switch isn't working. And the rest of the 3 of you, as he has his back turned, you see that there is something coalescing out of the mists.
I have my gun in one hand and the mop handle in the other.
Yeah, armed and dangerous. You see the white mists from the far left-hand corner of the room begin to coalesce, and they seem to form into a figure. There isn't a great deal of detail that the mist manages to create, but you can tell that the figure is male, and it seems to be floating very similarly to a ghost. And the figure says, as Harvey's trying the light switch, "That's not going to work."
What? Oh! I move back against the wall.
You can all roll me sanity checks as you see a spectral apparition.
Will, as part of the description, can we see torso? Can we see clothing?
Yeah. So
At
as
least
you
I passed the
guys,
sanity check.
Okay, I thought I had redundancy roll and I'm about to panic.
so, very nice. So yeah, part of the description, you can tell that the outfit is that you think of a patient's. It seems to be very ragged and torn. The man appears to have very sunken eyes and fingernails, which look like they have been like bitten short or scratched to kind of file points. It appears every part a kind of very older looking person. Definitely does not seem to be of this age.
The comp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sanity rolls. Who succeeded?
I did.
I did.
I did. Think
So everybody.
Everybody succeeded. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you see the spectral apparition appear before you, but you manage to brace yourselves against the madness.
You know who Comte Fenelic is? We want to get in and out. We don't want to waste anybody's time.
We're here to finish his work.
What? I see. Then yes. Then you are seeing my work being played out. I am Comte Fenelic. You have found me down here.
She's just thinking like he's crazy.
Why have you been looking for me?
We wanted to do your work, but on a grander scale in a different country.
What do you think my work is?
Well, we read some journal entries, and I saw a lot of stuff about sex parties, and
Pat steps forward and he says, "No, Comte, we're here to spread the darkness."
Oh yeah, that too. That relic.
We're here for the sex parties.
I just looked at the first thing in my notes.
Sex parties.
Nancy's been on Craigslist.
Yeah. It's the takeaway from last episode. Episode 2, sex parties. So the Comte does not seem to appreciate the humor and doesn't seem to understand what you mean.
We're not laughing at
when you he does not seem to understand what you mean by when you say spread the darkness. Now he kind of moves in towards the group of you, so he's standing about 10 feet away, and you feel this icy chill on your skin, which is pricking the hairs on the back of your neck rather. And the Comte says, "I don't think you're here for that at all. You're here for the simulacrum, aren't you?"
Oh, that's not your work. I thought the simulacrum had a lot to do with your work. What do we miss? But was the journal notes wrong? And I just start like flipping through my notebook.
I don't know what's written in that book there, but I'm sure history has not been kind to me. The pleasures of the flesh were mine in life, and I will have them again in death.
Is that what you did with all these poor patients?
Oh, yes. The patients were useful to me. They gave me much pleasure.
Is Mandarin working with you, or are you working through him?
Oh, the doctor has been very useful to me indeed. Very, easily manipulated.
I can't tell if he means in a dirty way or not.
I know. it's why he's a specter, kind of thing.
He needs a surrogate. Okay, Will, this room, is this one room? Is there any exits or entrance, or when we came through?
Yes, there is a staircase leading upwards on the opposite side of the room.
Oh,
Is it then the direction of where the restricted area is? Like, is there like 2 entrances down,
It's
or is it,
quite
like, 2
possible,
small
but
rooms?
the asylum is very large and sprawling.
Okay.
Where is he standing in the room?
He's standing about 10 feet in front of you, towards the right-hand side of the room where you entered from. So you've got about 50 feet to travel past him to get to the staircase leading upwards. And so the comp says, "So, you don't look like patients, and I saw you steal those robes. So who are you? Why do you seek the simulacrum?"
Oh, we got the robes because it's a little chilly down here, because, we're not dead. And, with the simulacrum, it's just, it's on our to-do list. It's, very interesting.
There's another group trying to destroy it. We're trying to save all the artifacts. We got to save them for the greater power.
Is that so?
Aye.
Well, the simulacrum no longer resides here. That's why I've had to get the doctor out.
Oh.
Where is it?
Do not think me so easily used. No.
All right,
Perhaps
could
you are more
please-
useful than the doctor. There are 4 of you after all. And you, and he looks at Pat, are a killer after all.
I sure am. I put my guns away. They aren't going to be any use at this point. And I get out the kind of just start fingering my lighter and the Molotov cocktail I made upstairs.
Okay. He says, "Then, perhaps I will use you, and you can help me recover my artifacts that I need."
How about you tell me where they are? I'll get them, and we'll both be serving the power that we serve.
No, first you prove yourself to me, then I will give you the location of one of the pieces, and then the next, and then the next, until we have them all.
Comp, you're behind the game. We already know where they all are. We need this one.
Roll me a persuasion.
No!
Oh man, this is the
Damn it,
slash
people.
negotiated. I am so persuasive.
Well, shut me up. Don't make.
Shut your dumb hoggish hole. Let me do the talking, Pat.
Okay.
That is not a
I'm,
success.
Oh.
I'm gonna lucky it. I'm gonna lucky
Okay.
it.
You're gonna luck it.
You're gonna spend
He's
19
gonna
luck.
lucky it.
I'm gonna lucky it.
He's like, I got a 19 luck.
Yeah. How much luck do you have left after spending 19?
I'll have 46.
Okay. Still a good amount. So, the comp says, well, you may know the locations, but recovering the items is a whole different stage, a whole different process. You see, the doctor knows where the first one is. In fact, the doctor has recently been doing lots of traveling. Yes.
Dr. Mandarin?
Oh, no, I do not know that name. Dr. LaRue,
Doctor.
though, he recently visited a professor in England.
Oh no.
Yeah. We've been following your boy.
That professor, what's his name? Smith?
That's the one, yes.
Yeah,
Smith.
we already talked to him.
Well, I'm sure you won't be talking to him much longer, but I must say, he and his assistant were exquisite.
Certainly were.
And Harvey is like gripping the shotgun really tight.
All right, Comp, how's this gonna play out?
So, you can be useful to me. I will give you the location of the first piece of the simulacrum. But beware, the doctor is also on the same track as you, and I'm sure he's one step ahead of you now. It really doesn't matter to me which one of you gets to it first.
Well, then how about you tell us about the second piece, and then he can do the work for us on the first piece, so we can just, keep going from there.
I don't trust him. His notes speak of a betrayal. I'm sure you've sensed it, Comp.
Yes, perhaps so. I can't say that the doctor is a trustworthy man, but the villa at Poissy, where I once was, has recently been rebuilt. There are owners there who live in it. There is an outhouse. That is where the simulacrum lies.
It lies in a shitter?
Oh, yes. Well, essentially a warehouse, a garage area, I suppose. Now converted.
What does it look like?
I don't know. I merely know that where I buried the simulacrum, they have built over it a shed of sorts.
No, the simulacrum. What does that look like?
Oh, you will know it when you see it.
Alright.
Is that the first piece or the second piece?
It matters not to you.
It kind of does, actually. I like to do things in a very particular order. I've got lists.
Your lists mean nothing to me. Now, you can explore, find the simulacrum, but if the doctor kills you all first, then know that I will definitely be seeing you in the afterlife. He looks very lecherously at all of you. In particular, down towards your genitalia.
She's gonna lean over to Evelyn and be like, yeah, I'm totally down with the not getting naked plan now. I think it's a great idea to stay clothed.
I agree. And she's still even further wrapping herself in the lab coat.
Okay, so we know the location. So how do we get out of here?
Oh, good question. I'll leave that up to you.
So what's up those stairs back there? Would you not know?
You'll find out. I'll see you soon, my friends, one way or another. And you see him coalescing back down into the cold mists on the floor.
Is the mist all around me?
Oh yeah.
Go away.
Yes, let's get the hell out of here.
Up the way we came, or up this new staircase?
Straight ahead, I suppose.
Alright.
There's no way back.
I think it's gonna lead us to the restricted area, and then we'll be with it. Why not? We've already seen, just why not? Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario, we close the door. We're really good at closing doors.
Okay. So, who is going first?
Me. Unless somebody else wants to.
Yeah, unless anyone else is
Well,
already feeling it.
Nancy will go second. She'll back him up.
Yeah, I put the Molotov cocktail away, take out both of my guns. Just, slow and go up the steps.
Okay. So, yeah, you head up the staircase, and you enter into another dark room, which would appear to be one of the patient's cells. Looking out, you can tell that you are definitely within the restricted area, and it seems that the staircase has been roughly hewn, as if it wasn't once part of the initial layout of the asylum, as if someone's actually dug their way through here for some purpose. You can guess what the purpose is, I'm sure. And as you arrive in the patient's cell, you see that the wall is covered in insane writings and scrawls. Most of them seem to revolve around not again, don't take me again.
Hmm.
The door
Are
lies
there
open.
any scribblings that don't say that? Like anything other than just no, no, no.
You can roll me a spot hidden.
Okay.
We should have checked downstairs too. There could have been a way out down there.
Nope. Man, I'm rolling so poorly tonight.
Yeah, it seems to all be sort of tortured pleas, essentially.
Okay. Well, she'll take a picture of it just in case.
Okay.
We can always go back down.
No, I'd rather not. I'd rather get the hell out of here. I go through the open cell and look around, see if there's an exit.
Yeah.
You know, like a way up or out, or
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. You. Go ahead.
I come
Pat.
with him too.
Okay. You step out onto the balcony, which is essentially a catwalk, and so there's this kind of iron which we can look below you. You see that hanging underneath the catwalk are all of the patients, and
Knew it.
there are perhaps 100 of them, all of which have been strung by the neck and are hanging beneath this catwalk. The weight of which is actually bringing the catwalk down, and you can tell there's this deep sag whenever you take a step onto the catwalk because of the weight of the dead bodies underneath you. There is an exit which leads to the blast sealed door that you saw before, which you entered from. However, you've locked it from the other side. There is
I was
no-
just thinking that too. I was like, I think it's locked.
We're not walking
So-
across that catwalk.
So there is no other visible exit. It's just cells all around.
There are these cells, and you could, if you could go down the catwalk via a series of ladders, get down to an exit on the ground floor.
Oh, there's an exit on the ground floor, is there?
But you'd have to travel down a series of ladders on this catwalk, all supported by the same heavy weight of the bodies.
That one body left. I don't trust this. That's gonna try to they're just gonna try to hang us too.
Will, if we doubled back and went all the way through to the outside of the locked restricted door and opened that, would that give us a better path to the lower door?
It would give you a shorter path, yes.
Okay. Well,
Ew.
you guys want to go back down and high five?
I
and
really don't want to go back
Also,
down.
if I haven't mentioned this yet, you can all roll a sanity check for seeing
Oh.
this sheer
No
amount.
kidding. I wasn't rolling the sanity for that. Wow. Okay.
Does Pat get this?
Oh no!
Yeah, I will make Pat roll on this one.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, no, that's a failure. That's too much for Nancy. She's like, whole lot of right?
Hey, and Pat, did you roll your D10,000?
Oh yeah, you got a D10k to roll, Pat, so
Oh,
look
I
around
don't know
a
how to
second.
do that.
There you go. I'll run a chat for you, and you can copy that. So who succeeded?
I did.
So Pat and Nancy fail. Okay. So
No, Pat succeeded. I
Pat succeeded. Okay, so Nancy is the only one that failed. Okay, so Nancy, you are going to lose
Oh no!
8 sanity
Oh!
points.
Isn't there a thing where if you
Yes.
lose like a fifth of
So if you lose a fifth of your total sanity within one session of Call of Cthulhu or one day gameplay wise within the session, you gain a permanent insanity. Your permanent insanity, Nancy, is that you have a fascination with asphyxiation and hanging yourself. You have a real desire for that to be the way for you to go, and any kind of playing with asphyxiating yourself is very much this morbid fascination that Nancy has now.
Okay. 8. Yeah, because 8 is a fifth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, 70. Okay.
Now, I did mention this before, but our Twitter game, which is Cthulhu Clues, where you guys vote on the certain clues throughout the week on Twitter, our poll was who killed Dr. Del Place. between the three votes of Dr. LaRue, the patient, and the secretary, Mrs. Rogniat. The patient was voted as the winner. Now we know that Dr. LaRue was the killer of Dr. Del Place, and so unfortunately we lost the game, and the players are going to lose.
Damn it, chat.
No.
So I will
I
now.
actually don't think that's a fifth of it, but we could lose a whole fifth of it with this new roll.
I do not blame chat. They were.
No, not
Yeah.
chat.
So
I blame chat.
Harvey. Harvey, you're going to lose 6 sanity points. Wow, I'm rolling well on this. You lose 6 sanity points, which is going to give you a temporary insanity, having lost 5 or more in one go. So,
Yeah, that's my temp.
so Harvey, your temporary insanity is that you're going to try and jump off from this catwalk here. We'll get to that in a second.
And I'm gonna be like, let's hang myself, Darby. Let's just do this together.
Well, I got a 4794 on my D10,000.
Thank you. So Pat, you're going to lose 4 sanity from the Cthulhu clues. Nancy, you're going to lose 5 sanity from the Cthulhu
Okay.
clues.
Okay.
And
So
Evelyn,
that's 2 temporary insanities because
go.
I had to lose 14 in a day, and so far I'm at 13.
yeah.
So
Wow.
you know,
And Evelyn,
Yeah.
you lose 4 sanity points from our
at
Cthulhu clues.
least they're temporary.
So, for those of you who voted on the last one, make sure when you do the Cthulhu clues that you check up the follow-up questions that get asked to me. There are a lot of clues in there, and those who did pretty much suspected Dr. LaRue of that. So make sure next Cthulhu clues I post, ask some questions on Twitter, otherwise these guys are going down pretty quickly. So, Nancy's... we'll give Nancy the asphyxiation.
I want to hang myself
Insanity.
and asphyxiate for
Yeah.
temporarily.
And Harvey wants to try and jump off from this catwalk here.
Okay. Harvey kind of looks around, looks at the current situation, looks down. How high are we, by the way?
Yeah, good question. You're a good 60 to 80 feet above the ground.
Okay. All right.
Okay. And there's a lot of bodies like hanging around there.
There's
yeah?
at least 100 bodies all around this circular catwalk, which have been hanged.
Okay. Harvey, give me your belt. I need it to hang myself.
What?
It's very straightforward.
No.
I just there's too much air.
Just relax. I think you're hyperventilating. Just relax. Just relax. Please look after her. Look after her. I think she's going insane. And at that point,
You're just like
point
looking about.
over,
Look after her. Look after her. Just...
Yeah, honestly, I think the best way is to actually just either climb down or jump. I think that will be the best way to get out of here.
I'm gonna like peek over. I'm like, I don't think jumping is the best.
We could swing down by our necks.
Okay,
No, I think it's doable. I see. If you jump and grab hold of those bodies down there, that'll stop you from falling. That'll stop you from falling, and that'll cushion you as you fall, and you'll be able to climb down the bodies then to the bottom. I think it's doable.
Or we can
could
use
just
the
join them.
ladders. No,
Yeah,
there's
we
a,
should
there's the
join
ladder.
them. Yeah.
I think
Pat-
ladders.
Pat locks the door. But they're all still in the cell, correct? We're not standing on the catwalk that's rickety, right?
No one is yet on the catwalk, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
I'm very close. to
Pat goes and stands in the door, kind of surveying the catwalk area, but I'm in the door because of the conversations we're hearing of crazy talk.
Okay, so
Just
Pat
backing
is
away and
blocking the door.
close the
Yeah.
door.
Look, I think this is the best way to do it. You know, this way, you know, the thing won't collapse on us and injure us as we're doing it.
I think you jumping and catching the body is gonna jerk it. So I think that's a bad idea.
We just like, you know, again, we should swing down by our necks. There's a lot of air in here. We should have less of it. We just, you know, like get a belt.
Nancy, sweetie, no.
Nancy, take a swig of whiskey.
Pat looks over his shoulder and he goes, "Ascot whiskey. I didn't know you fellows were in the circus. No, we're not doing that."
So what do you suggest we do then? What do you suggest we do?
We double back down, talk to the comp, high-five him, whatever the hell he does down there. And then we walk back up, open the door on the other side, and figure out our best shot to get down here quick. Maybe fashion a rope out of implements we find
Yeah,
along
we should definitely fashion a rope. Agreed.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, you guys are gonna double back. You head back through, open the blast door, and you're on the catwalk, but you have less far to go. There's a ladder about 10 feet away that you could start going down. However, you're fairly sure if there were many of you on this at the same time, that wouldn't go too well for you.
So we're back on the catwalk? I thought we were going to go into the other
We
door.
went down and around, but you still have to get on the catwalk. It's just further. It's not as far
No,
on
it's
the
far,
catwalk.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we got a choice. Who wants to go down first? Do we want to send somebody heavy across to see if it gives? Do we want to send somebody light across in the hopes that it doesn't? Who wants to go first?
I still say jump. Not that far. It's not as far as previously.
How about how far is the jump now? Like how high up are we? At this point?
It's still the same height. It's no no lower down.
Just a less distance. Okay.
In Harvey's mind, it's less.
Excellent.
It's definitely a good few feet less.
Okay, so I've got somebody that wants to hang themselves, somebody that wants to jump, and a ghost. So I don't know. I'm all out of brain power, kids.
I'll go first. You know, it'll be great.
I tell you, I don't know. You guys are I'm either playing Pat straight up here, or he's not going to be ready. Right? Because sure, Nancy, you go right ahead.
How much does Nancy weigh?
Nancy's fairly light. She's
fairly
a
light?
slender built. Yeah.
Okay, because part of me wants to
she's
go
probably-
after you.
She's probably like 115.
Okay.
Evelyn's light and getting lighter.
Oh, yeah.
So Nancy's going first. All right. So you guys stick back while she walks onto the catwalk, and with a nervous kind of foot, she like puts her weight onto the catwalk. You hear it from the tortured metal as she steps onto it, but it holds. The next step she takes goes as well, and you feel the sagging weight of the dead men, the dead patients who are hanging from the top of the.
Is it like a wooden
balcony.
catwalk, or is there like
It is
you
iron.
reach down through the iron?
It's not big enough to actually reach through it. So you would
Is
you would
there
need like
any
the fingers you
how
could
are
poke
they
through.
attached to the catwalk? Is there like rope tied up through the top, or are they hanging from like beams underneath it?
They are hanging from rope wrapped around the catwalk.
Alright, can I like try to... Does anyone have a knife I can cut some of these bodies off and we can use this rope?
We got a scalpel back in the.
Do we really need the rope?
I think we do.
I really don't think we do.
At least it'll take off some of the weight from the bridge. I don't
mean-
think the heavier of y'all are gonna make it across.
I think maybe dropping some of the bodies might be a good idea.
I'm okay with that plan. I'm not okay with.
Yeah, we
Leaving
got to
the
cut
rope.
the bodies down
Okay.
and get the rope to lessen the weight.
Okay.
Alright,
Pat's like, man, we're never catching that train. We ain't never gonna make it.
Well,
oh
Okay.
yeah, so...
Guys,
I
let's.
could-
Any
I
pocket
could try a
knives?
scalpel, but it might
Yeah.
take a while. A scalpel isn't something to use to cut
No
through.
one has any pocket knives.
The
How does
rope.
Pat not have a
You
pocket
have
knife?
so many guns, but you don't have a pocket knife.
I'm not that kind of guy. Okay, listen.
Getting a pocket knife when we go back to town.
You never take a pocket knife to a gunfight.
Let's get like.
Can I untie it? Are there like any knots? Can I just like untie a couple of them?
They are like very like well bound, so you would have to cut through it basically. You have to saw
Okay,
through it,
okay.
which would take you a singularly long amount of time to do this for 100.
I figured I would try. She's just gonna continue.
I once saw in a very good show in Canterbury not too long ago of a gentleman who could fire and shoot down rope with their pistol. Pat, do you think you're good enough with your pistol to do that?
Oh.
Well, there goes that idea then. I suggest we either, you carry on Nancy slowly going down.
All right, she's gonna get down lower so that her weight is more spread out, less likely, like when you're walking on ice. To try to spread out the weight more.
Can we grab a sheet from the morgue or wherever the thing is,
Sure.
coil it up into some type of rope and give us at least 10, 20 feet of length that I'm going to tie to me and then tie to
Yeah,
Sure.
I'll tie it to me. It'll be great.
Oh,
Listen, man. All right. Jesus. It's like herding cats. Like
Yeah, it really is. So, okay, so you've got like a rope tied to Nancy, kind of a semi-rope, I guess, and she's stepping out onto the catwalk. Seems to be able to carry her weight fine, and she's at the ladder.
Okay.
Okay, does the ladder appear to be, most of the times this is correct, the ladders are housed in with a separate support structure because they go down several floors?
That is correct, yeah.
So, okay, so it looks like the ladder's pretty solid as opposed to the weight distribution on.
Sure, the ladder is not directly connected to the catwalk. It certainly doesn't look like it's in the best condition, though, and she's going to be like, so basically as they're hanging, you're going to be, as you go down the ladder, you'll be looking at their faces, basically.
it's one ladder going straight to the bottom. Yeah.
It goes halfway down, it goes to a second catwalk, and then there's a second ladder leading all the way down. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Okay.
Well, then I'll just go down the ladder. I'll untie. I guess I'll be like, I'll start to go down. I'll forget to untie it.
Yeah.
I don't like that smile.
Yeah. I can't pull her back up.
I mean, you could.
You could just undo the.
I just undo my end and let it go, or she's gonna kill me.
Oh.
Okay.
Keep climbing down. Like,
So-
you gotta go get a sheet. You're supposed to hold on to the other end. It'll sort of like, throw it back up.
As you, Nancy, begin to head down the ladder, and the rest of you guys are 10-15 feet away, she steps down the ladder. You suddenly feel a arm spring to life and grab you.
No.
And you hear this unearthly scream as the dead hanging men seem to judder into life, and it's just like clawing at your ladder, trying to push you off. And they're swinging on their ropes. They're using the momentum of their bodies to swing, and their necks are still like clearly hung, and they're clearly dead. But they're trying to use that momentum to kind of push and try and rattle your ladder to push you off.
No.
And it seems like all of the hanging bodies have kind of swinging into motion.
Stay back, you bastards! I've got to go.
Alright, so as you're trying to stay on, you can roll me a dex to avoid the flailing hands.
I fail.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna fail all the rolls.
Yep. So Nancy, you feel the ladder being pushed, and you just, one of these like dead hands just reaches out and slams you right in the kind of belly, which kind of throws you backwards, and you fall down onto the second catwalk. So you are going to take some damage from that. You take
Ow!
6 damage.
Damn.
It's barely alive.
Yeah. So Nancy, you fall back. You feel like you've broken something. It feels like you've broken your back. You probably actually haven't, but you've severely, fractured something important there, and you're lying on your back as these hanging men have pushed this ladder out. Now, Harvey, Pat, and Evelyn have a problem. The ladder has been pushed off, basically, and wrenched from its place. And it's falling down. It's fallen down to the ground 60 feet below. Now there's a 20 feet drop between this catwalk and the second one below that Nancy has fallen down to, and the hanging men are swaying, and they're trying to build up momentum. You know when you're on a swing and you try and get faster and faster. They're basically doing that to try and come towards her, like swinging pirates almost, hanging from the neck, trying to grab her. She's lying down on her back.
Can I? Are any of the hanging men? So if I were to run on the catwalk,
Yeah.
would I be able to hang down and use some of the hanging men and use them to swing to her or climb down?
It's possible, yeah. You could grab onto one and kind of launch yourself from them.
Because
You want to jump anyways? I know it's so.
I'm waiting for him to jump.
I mean,
just go for it.
Falling
essentially,
20
I know what I'm doing. It's just how to do it.
Yeah.
I know how I'm doing. It's just how he's gonna do it. He's not.
20-foot drop is pretty painful, but it's
Yeah.
probably survivable, right?
Yeah, I've
We
jumped
can
from a
get the
20
we
foot
can
height.
get we got more sheets. We can tie it to the banister on our level, and jump and swing down on the second level.
I'm frail. This is gonna
Okay,
kill
I'll
me.
do that.
Whatever you gotta do, you gotta do it quick.
And Harvey
Three
grabs
HP.
the sheet and he goes, tie it to the end. And he literally just kind of like runs out and he's literally going to jump down holding the sheet to the.
That's
now.
all.
Yeah, yes, that's really quick.
Okay, you can roll me a... I'll let you roll a dex on this one as well. Dex or strength, Harvey, whichever is better for you.
I'll do strength if you don't
Sure.
mind. It's not that much difference, but you know.
Can I?
Every little bit helps.
Yes,
Can-
I succeed.
Okay, good. I was gonna say,
My
Good.
strength is 60, so yeah, I just succeed. Well, I don't just.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So yeah, you swing down on this this kind of rope. It's still in place as you land next to Nancy. These things are getting closer as they're swinging towards you. You'll see that she's not far away from the ladder. You're 5 feet away from the second ladder leading down to the floor, but she doesn't look like she's in any state to move very quickly right now.
Are there more bodies hanging from the second set of...
No.
Oh, thank God.
I go straight to her and try and drag her to the next.
Okay.
now, because of the absence of the bodies, the second level should be solid. There's
Should be safe. Yes.
It should be.
His shores and should be's like really worry me.
Right?
Sure. Should be.
Sure.
Whatever you say.
You
Sure, what you're
theorize.
doing is fine. There's
Okay.
nothing's gonna happen.
Pat turns to Evelyn and he says, "You know what's next, right?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Is the what the hell did he use?
Sheet.
Sheets. I
Sheets.
don't know why I couldn't think of the word sheet.
You're that scared.
Is this thing here? Is the sheet like long enough to kind of climb all the way down to the second thing, or is it like stop short and you'd have to jump?
You'd have to
from-
jump. You'd have to jump, and that would be a jump which you'd have to time so that the swinging bodies can't grab you as you make the jump.
Can I aid her in any way?
How would you aid her? You
Kill
could tell
me.
her when to jump, I guess. That could help.
Well, if there was some way that I could aid in the swing of the sheet, like if I could control it, from the top.
Yeah, from the top, you could probably swing it. Yeah.
Get her kind of angled in instead of coming straight in, maybe
Yeah.
angled at the side of the catwalk.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
We're all gonna die
It was
in the mental asylum.
My body just crumbles. Okay, I am gonna climb down it a little bit and hold on tight.
Okay, so you hold on tight. The bodies are like just out of reach of you, like trying to grab at your feet. And Pat, you're kind of like helping her swing on the rope. So I mentioned earlier, Sway donated something, and he donated to allow me to give one player a critical fail when I so chose. Now is that moment. So.
Why must you kill my characters, Will?
So Pat's swinging on this thing. He's rooting this thing, but it comes loose. And just as you're about to let her go, it drops. Evelyn, you're going to take some damage as this happens. You lose 4 damage.
That's fine.
As you land, it just like slam onto it as the rope has fallen through, and now Pat finds himself holding onto nothing with a 20 feet drop and these corpses down below. Evelyn, Harvey, and Nancy, you guys are together. And now, Harvey, you've got 2 injured ladies on this catwalk, and the dead bodies are swinging very close to you right now. They're close enough just to grab onto you with their fingernails, and it's going to be a couple more swings before they get their whole arms around
We
you.
gotta get off this catwalk.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
plan, yeah.
We've got to get off this catwalk.
I've got.
Drag me to the ladder.
I could basically go around them and wrap arms, and I'm like crouching, basically walking backwards on the catwalk with each of them under my arms and trying to pull them back.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, at this
Okay.
same time,
Shoot!
I just yelled down, "I'm coming," one way or the other.
Here we go.
Okay, I have the sheet that
My
she didn't use,
nerves
Nancy
right
didn't
now.
use,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
That one's sure, he says. Okay, so I jack that in, tie a quick knot, and I jump like Harvey did. Just jump out wide and come back in.
Alright, roll me a strength.
Oh boy.
And also, taking like 4 to 6 wounds in Call of Cthulhu is a lot of HP to take, like
Yeah.
50% a lot of the time.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
Yeah, I didn't make
yeah,
that.
that's not so hot. So Pat, you're going to land a little awkwardly, and one of these things is going to manage to get like its claws into you as you tumble down, and you take 3 damage. As this thing has managed to like grab onto you, and so
Can I fight back? Yeah. I
yeah,
wanna
oh,
fight back.
absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So Harvey, you can roll me a strength check to try and get these, help these ladies down the ladder.
Yeah. Believe. Or is it
Fine.
60?
Just tell me there's
Oh my
whiskey
God,
down
luck.
there and I can crawl.
Luck. Spending 6 luck.
It's 26 luck.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yup.
Alright. So you spend 6 luck, and Nancy and Evelyn just managed to get down onto the ladder to the ground floor, leading down to the ground floor. You're up here, and Pat is. You can see him struggling against one of these creatures that has his hands around his neck.
The shotgun.
I'll trade that. I'll trade.
Actually, what do you...
I have the pistol stock and like secretly give it to him.
I mean, the thing is, Harvey knows the spread of a shotgun,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, Pat says, don't shoot the shot.
yeah, Harvey knows what a shotgun spread is like. You know, in that case, he's probably going to run up and try and butt the...
Will, as soon as he grabbed me, I have the option to fight back, correct? I can.
Yeah, you can.
throw punches.
Yeah.
Can I roll a brawl to see if I can break away?
Yeah, roll me a fighting brawl to see if you can bust out of this.
Hey.
There you go. So Harvey, you're like aiming this shotgun. You're like, do I do it? And then Pat just like busts this guy in the face, and it bursts like a melon. And he's released properly down onto the catwalk and can stumble over towards you. So Harvey and Pat, you guys are just managing to make it down towards the ladder. To the second one, as these dead bodies are swinging, still trying to get down towards you. But by the time you guys are on a ladder and down to the ground floor, there's no way for them to get towards you. And so as you look upwards, you just see this swinging mass of 100 or so bodies,
Let's get
just
out of here.
all in unison, swinging back and forth still.
They got to
We
get
need to
here
get out
before
before
the
it
catwalk
collapses.
breaks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great
I help.
visual, by the way. That's
I
awesome.
suppose
Yeah.
I help Nancy up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Harvey, help me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
I don't have time to first aid everybody and then
Yeah.
help each other, but I'm helping.
Once
with-
we get to the hallway, maybe.
Yeah.
I just need a band-aid. I think my back's broken.
I need some whiskey and a band-aid and I'm good.
that doorway we're assuming is the exit. right?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
are assuming that, yes.
If it's not, we're just gonna be like, screw it. Just sit back in that
So-
hallway.
So yes,
Starve.
the door is locked as you try it.
Keys.
Keys. Correct. That is the answer. The keys open up the door with a clink, and you are in a hallway. To the left, it says reception.
What's to the right?
Close the door and lock it.
The
Yeah.
passageway on the right doesn't actually have any doorways to it, so it's just one option: turn left.
Okay.
All right.
Just checking.
Reception. Reception. Let's get out of here.
All right. So, yeah, you stumble towards reception. There are 2 doors here, which is apparently lead into reception, but this must be some blocked off entry or old access route which isn't used anymore. You might have noticed it before when you were in reception. It has a lock, but none of the keys fit.
Kick the door in.
Yeah, I've got a universal lock. Pick. I pull out my 44, which
I can try to pick the lock if you want. That
No,
works
man.
too.
Forget it. We ain't got the time for that.
The dying Nancy. I got it.
I can get the.
Yeah, go ahead and try to pick it first.
All right. Harvey, bring me over to the lock.
Okay.
Everything hurts. I need more whiskey. It's taken forever to roll the dice. I
you go.
failed.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
block
you're
this-
not up for this.
I need more whiskey.
Okay, plug your ears, everybody. 44 special until it opens.
Yep.
Until it opens.
So Pat, you have to expend 2 bullets on the double set of doors, but they do with a bang bang burst open. So you find yourselves in back in the reception area. There's the reception desk where the secretary, Mrs. Rogniat, was before. She's there again. However, she's a little bit different from before. She is.
Close my eyes. I don't want to deal with this anymore.
Too late. You.
No.
Call of Cthulhu cannot be stopped by closing one's eyes.
I tried.
Have a go. Yeah, she's a little different. She has been impaled through the neck and stuck to the wall with essentially an umbrella, which has been just thrusted through her neck. She also has no eyes, and she has no tongue by the looks of things. The doorway... The doorway to outside the reception, the doors are open, and it's a sunny day outside.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Outside.
Yes,
Wait a minute.
with Nancy.
I want to check the doctor's office.
Go for it. I'm going outside.
Yeah, I'm going outside.
Yeah. So Pat, you rush into the doctor's office to see what's going on.
With both my guns.
Yeah, with both guns out, I imagine. You step inside. There's a note on the desk which says, "Better luck next time."
I light the place on fire.
Okay.
Just throw the Molotov over your shoulder as you walk out.
Yeah, I'm serious, because that might be a good way to shut up the comp, is to just light this place up, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what I do. So I walk out and someone started a fire!
So, yeah, the place begins to blaze up, and just kind of fire catches in the office, and you rush out of the burning down asylum, which is quickly going to spread in a place like this, and you guys rush out. Heading outside, you're immediately in this kind of courtyard area, which I described before, and there is this, it's gated and walled off on all sides, the asylum. However, you can hear sirens going. The police or ambulance or fire brigade are on their way. Someone must have called them.
Great.
Wait. Just wait for them to arrive.
We've got a lot of evidence.
No.
I say no. I'm with Pat. No.
She now is Evelyn still transparent?
She still has the mist around her. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We can't talk. We can't talk to anybody right now. So,
let's hobble away into some bushes or something.
Is there only one door out of the asylum?
It's
the courtyard.
Yeah, there is a courtyard door out. It looks like the wall could be jumped, potentially.
How high is the
Good
wall?
luck with that.
How high is the wall?
God, I'm terrible with heights. I know, like twice your
A little
size.
5-foot wall?
Yeah,
No.
twice.
So what about 10 foot, 11 foot, something like that?
Yeah, 10 feet tall, maybe.
10 feet. Okay.
Okay, can I take a little peek? You said it's a gate, so we can. I've gotten really good at this peeking stuff.
Uh-huh.
It's a see-through gate, probably.
Can I actually see? Right. Can I see?
Are they here yet, or do we just hear the sirens?
You hear the sirens.
Is there a convergence of like actual eyes on the asylum?
Yeah, looking outside, you see that there are police and an ambulance that are coming towards down a kind of a long, windy road. You're basically on a hill. You can see down. They're probably a minute away.
All right.
Okay, I open the door and everybody back out and go in the opposite direction. And if they spot us, what we're going to say is, this gate was open and we ran in to try to help people, and there's a fire, and look, we've already been hurt.
Okay.
I would need to hide.
Yes.
Yeah, and you just drift away. You just drift away.
Is there any like barbed wire or anything on top of this?
No, it's not barbed. No.
In that case, I go to Evelyn. Come here, and I help her up and over.
Okay.
It's only 10 foot.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
Not too high.
I can, I just.
Okay.
And then.
So I climb over, I guess. I'm gonna hide in the bushes until I see that they're out.
Does anyone else want to go over? Because this will be the easiest way.
All right,
Nancy's
help
here.
me. Hey.
All right. Be careful.
Ow.
Right.
Okay, so the group of you are over and go into the bushes. Not long before the police arrives, I mentioned, and they bust into the place and immediately try and put the fires out to the asylum.
We'll just set it off again once they leave.
Yeah, that'll work. And they begin to kind of crawl all over the place, but you guys can escape via the bushes, and no one's really paying attention to those outside the asylum at this point. So the ragged group of you escape once again into the heart of Paris. Now you all have a hotel which you guys have been staying at, but you don't have long. The Orient Express is leaving tonight, and you have one location left to explore, Poissy Estate, where you know the simulacrum is.
I need a band-aid and some whiskey.
Yes, maybe Nancy, you should go see a doctor.
I think that's a great idea. Is there any clinics?
You want to see doctors now? Okay. I know a great doctor back in the asylum.
Not an asylum, just a regular, here's a pack of band-aids, a cigarette, and it'll be great.
Nancy took a nasty fall.
I am almost dead, I feel like.
I can first aid her, and you can get one whole hit point back if I succeed.
I think she needs more than one, first aid. She needs proper medical attention.
But she ain't going to be able to get anything. It's going to help her out because we got to get on the express tonight. So
they may end up keeping her. Yeah.
Fine. Give me a band-aid, Pat. It better work.
No. She's going to a doctor.
Listen,
I'm not having her just have internal bleeding just because she's going to miss the bloody train.
Listen, Harvey, I know you're sweet on the girl, but we're here for something, all right?
He's got a nurse.
He's got a nurse.
Oh, God, no.
I'll use 2 luck.
All right.
Shit.
You got a hit point back.
Damn.
Oh, okay.
One more health.
I have 4 health now.
Hey,
Out
more
of
like
9.
All right, Nancy, stay in the back.
And I'll just walk with my eyes closed too. That'd be great.
Or perhaps, Nancy, you just stay in the hotel.
I don't want to be alone after all that. We've got those Turks coming after us.
Harv, you guys make this call. I mean, are we gonna split up? Are we gonna go into Poissy to try to get this thing, or what are we gonna do?
I wanted to go to a doctor.
House inspectors, and then get the stupid thing, and then get back to the train. We can rest on the train, maybe there's a train doctor.
You may not even make it to the train. And I've got a problem with that.
Listen, at least she ain't a ghost. We got one of you who's already disappearing, so she's bleeding. That's still good.
Yes, maybe we should go to the doctor for her as well. That's obviously not
natural.
Natural and
I'm sure there's a logical explanation for it. Have you been taking your vitamin C, like the vitamins?
Sure, it's not scary.
So the train leaves in 6 hours. You have to go by foot around Paris, so it's going to take you an hour to get to Poissy as it is. You could stop off at a doctor's, but you're fairly sure that would take you. Yeah, you take a taxi. But you're currently out in quite rural Paris, so you're in a suburb, so you'd have to run for a little bit to find one.
Can somebody buy me a cloak?
Yeah. We'll buy you a heavy coat.
Just somebody buy me something that has a hood so I can just hide.
You can wear my hat if you like.
Yes. We'll buy you top of the line, lovely heavy coat. That's the height of fashion, as long with a lovely hat as well.
All of a sudden, we're the League of Extraordinary Gentle People. Invisible
if I have to go in public, I feel like I need to wear something because it's on my skin. So
the
clothes. Yeah, so I need to be wearing things that kind of I just heard you. So I need to cover that.
Okay, yeah. So we're straight to Poissy. Is that the plan?
Well, can we just pay a doctor a lot of money just to do a really quick kind of fix job on Nancy, for an hour? Sure.
So you're out in kind of rural Paris. There is a doctor nearby who the locals recommend. You get the sense that he's perhaps not the most qualified gentleman. He may not have a a license to practice. But he will
So
certainly.
Who had a license to practice in the 20s?
But
I mean,
exactly,
actually.
yeah. He would be, a quick guy. You could pay him, he'd want $100 to do it, but he'll do it. He senses that you're rich.
Does he also sense that I kill people when they try to raise
Pat, do your thing.
right.
Listen here, I'm just bleeding out a bit. I don't have a, he's got the.
Hey,
he ran away from
if
home.
you want it done quick, you have to get it done right, and Philippe, he is the best, and.
Are you sure you're not an architect yet? That's a very architectish
No,
name.
no, that is my cousin.
No.
Oh, alright. Well, how close is the next nearest doctor?
Yeah, you mean,
I don't know if I trust a guy named Philippe.
yeah, 3 hours away.
Ooh,
Oh,
Go back
damn.
into the center of Paris and probably pay a bit more.
yeah. And we don't have that. How far away is the villa?
Currently, like half an hour away from here.
We can either hit a doctor on the way back here, and we probably should go to a doctor before the villa. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, fine. We'll pay the 100
Yeah.
francs, pounds, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Oh,
Patch her up as best as you can.
No one's gonna intimidate him. Try to make it lower. No.
I was going to try,
No,
but I'd
I-
rather not die.
I just make it very well known that should this not be the greatest medical experience that anyone's ever had, I'm going to shoot him in the leg.
And test how good of a doctor he really is.
You
I want to see how
regain-
well you can work
Oh.
under
You
pressure.
regain 6 health as
So worth it.
Philippe. He just shoots you filled with drugs, basically,
Woo!
and
I feel great, you guys.
cracks a few things back into place. That should be good. Good.
Now, can I drink while these things are in my system?
No, you must not drink. No.
How
I take the
long?
whiskey off her.
Like, how long?
For the next 2 weeks or so, and take one of these every day, and he's gonna give you some medication to take regularly.
I take it, and then...
While
alright.
while he was working on her, I would have asked for like an envelope or something, like just like a brown envelope.
Mhm.
I'm going to put like that one diary and the evidence
Okay.
and the document, seal it up, and then ask for an address for the police station and do that, and then pop it in a post box. And
Okay, sure. Yeah, sure thing. That could be done.
Cool.
Okay, so after about an hour of treatment, you've got took about half an hour to get here. So you've got 4.5 hours left to explore. It's going to take you
Alright.
30 minutes to get to.
The villa.
Well, it's only an outhouse. We'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, with
Let's
the crazy
go.
doctor, you can put an umbrella through your head.
No, I think that was the Turk. It's fine.
That's
Maybe the
racist.
doctor's- I know. Isn't that how they killed the other doctor? You said the Dr.
That's
Smith.
funny.
Is that the eyes and the tongue? I don't know.
So
There's been a-
I'm really feeling.
There's been a
great
lot of
right
that.
now.
I'm confused. I don't know who takes what or who likes to cut out shit. So
Mhm.
let's just
yeah.
let's just roll. We got to get to Poissy.
So you head to Poissy, which is northwest of Paris on River Seine, and you pass by a forest. You get a hired car to get there, and you see Chez Lorient, which is what the estate is called now. Basically, the district is called Poissy. It used to be Villa Poissy, but now it's Chez Lorient, because you're worth it. And you see a large crumbling brick wall, obviously 18th century work, and this sprawling old estate which is currently covered in a huge mess of vines. As you kind of drive into the courtyard of the house, you can just make out a garden area, and this garden area also seems to be completely covered in vines, almost completely overgrown, as if no one's tended to this garden in maybe 100 years or so. There is a gentleman who looks surprised to be coming out of the house. He is a fretful-looking man in his 50s with combed-back hair, and he's wearing a similar clothing to Harvey, I suppose. He looks like a bit of a gent. And as the hire driver stops you off, he says, hello. I was not expecting any guests.
Congratulations. You've won a drawing for a prize. The prize is an interview in the Outhouse Weekly. We are a bunch of historical outhouse, article writers.
Roll me a persuasion check, or a fast talk. Fast talk or persuasion.
Okay, I'm close to this persuasion. I'm gonna use a few luck points. Yeah, that's close. I'm gonna use 14 luck points.
Ooh, okay.
Because I have a feeling this will just make everything a lot smoother.
That's a lot of luck.
Easier.
Yeah.
I know, I have a decent bit though still. So.
No, all we need is a little energon.
So, Christian, as he introduced himself, Christian Loren. I don't quite know if I want to win that, but you can come inside and I'll get you some coffee. And he immediately leads you inside.
Can I, when we go in, Will, can I look around and see if there's been any
I wanted to
additional person, like an earlier arrival, like if there's been any, I don't know, if there's a dirt or displacement or anything that looks like there's someone been here, like a spot on the ground from another car that's not there anymore.
Yeah, roll me a spot hidden, and anyone who wants to look for this can.
Yeah, she wanted to do that.
Hey guys, where are we?
Success.
Are we in Poissy again?
Is this Belgium?
So anyone succeed?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did. Nice. So, you spot a pair of footprints in the mud, which have led into the garden.
Okay.
So, yeah, Christian.
Do I see any
Go ahead.
Can I see like an outhouse or a garden house for where we're at?
Not from here, no. It seems to be completely covered in that vine and ivy that you've been spotting.
Christian is the guy that we're with right now, right?
Christian Lorien is the man who's with you currently. He calls up to, you presume to be his wife. He says, Veronique, we have visitors. And this similarly fretful-looking lady comes down the staircase. This is a very grand area that you're in. Clearly this place was once very great. However, it seems like the place hasn't been upkept very well. And so there's signs of mold and rot. She looks quite haggard as well in her 40s to 50s. And one thing that you notice as well, Nancy, of Christian is that he has a really deep scar which is running from the base of the palm of his hand all the way up to his, you suspect, elbow, but it disappears into his clothing, so you can't see all of it. But he has an unusually deep scar, and it looks to be not fully healed as well. But he lets you guys in, and he says, "Come in. This is my wife, Veronique." She smiles politely and does a little curtsy and says, "Oh, what? Why are you here? Are you friends of my husband?"
I ask a question real quick. Will, what do they look like? Are they like sweaty, disheveled, kind of eyes darting around? Are they seem to be? In what state of mind do they seem?
Yeah, roll me a psychology.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh. I'm good at that.
She, I'm sure you explain why you're here. She goes to make some coffee, and he sits you down in the kind of guest living room, and so you guys are now speaking over coffee. As this happens, you see a little girl arrive. She's probably 8 to 9 years old. She's dressed up pretty like a little princess. As little girls often can be found, and she kind of looks at you, that look of, I don't know who you are, kind of like kids give suspicious looks to adults, basically, and she looks towards her father, and she says, he says, do not worry, little one, this is my daughter, Quittery. And
Quittery?
Yeah, for a spelling of that, Quittery, like so. Uber
I
French.
just write it how it's.
She's a quitter.
Sounds. She's a quitter. Quittery.
Can Pat turn to her and say, Quittery, what's that guy doing out in your garden?
She doesn't say anything. She says something in French. And Christian says,
Harvey speaks French.
we still
I was like, I know French.
I know a little French.
I speak it fluently, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
So
nice. So yeah,
Can I?
She said in a very, and I'll translate to English, in a very kind of childlike voice, "Who's this, Daddy?" And he says, "This is a gentleman. I actually don't have your names. Why don't you introduce yourselves to my daughter?"
We won't bother you much longer. All we need to do is check out your carriage house and ask if you've had any other visitors this day.
Right, there's a rival journalism company, you see. We're trying to get to all the historical sites of old outhouses before them, but you know, it's a competitive business.
Yeah, he looks kind of a little bit confused, maybe a little bit suspicious of Pat's tone, and he says, "Quittery, run along, go play upstairs," and so she kind of like runs away. He says, "Are you sure you are journalists?
When I have this notebook full of, information on historical things.
Listen.
If I was a journalist.
Pat leans forward and Pat goes, "Listen, I'm two things. I'm with the State Department and I'm tired of this shit. I'm checking your outhouse out here." And he gets up, walking out.
We have to have him along for legal responsibilities.
Hey, no one steps on my property without me saying so.
Call the cops.
All right, I will. And he goes to his telephone and immediately begins to call the police. Hello? Yes, there's a man here. And, I'm imagining Pat is just doggedly heading towards the outhouse.
Yes, we've got a few minutes.
I'm gonna kind of like, and then follow Pat out.
Terribly sorry for his behavior. I'll go see if I can stop him.
Well, the police will be here in a few minutes' time, and he kind of shuts it down. And he tells you that he's friends with the director of the police, and that he's going to be very, very, very angry when he comes. You can't come to historical sites like Boise and just tramp around. There's laws on this.
I know the feeling. He's a bit intense. I didn't expect this kind of reaction from him.
Yeah, we don't got the time for this shit. What's in the carriage house? Will?
Death, exactly that. So you, congratulations, you have found one death. You head outside, doggedly kind of walking past the protestations of Christian and his wife, Veronique. As well as you guys try and, calm him down a little bit, you also head outside. So Pat, what you find yourself in is essentially a bit of a jungle of wilderness and overgrown garden life. In the carriage house, you can see maybe 50 feet away from you, but there's all of these not only nettles but also barbed thorned plants, which seem to be just growing not only all over the house but all over this garden as well, and they seem to be emanating from the carriage house.
Okay, Christian came with us, right? He's out just bitching at me.
He's out shouting at you, yeah.
Okay, he's like currently like in the field going towards the carriage house with us.
He's not gonna come with you out there. No, he's stopping at the door and just kind of shouting at you from the door right now.
At this point, can Nancy identify more of those tracks in the mud that are leading towards the carriage house?
You can roll me another spot hidden, Nancy. It's pretty difficult to traverse and see around here, but.
I think that's. I'm gonna use one luck point at that point. Screw it.
Screw it. All right.
Yeah.
So you spend a luck point, and you just out of the corner of your eye, you're about to look past it. You hear the barking of a dog, and then you see there's sets of footprints leading towards the carriage house. It looks like a man's footprints, and look quite recent as well.
I yell back to him, Nancy, and tell him he's got another problem here besides me.
All right. Mr. Christian Lorien, you seem to have trespassers here. It's a good thing that the...
Yes, I have 4 of them in my garden right now.
No, like other trespassers.
Right.
Can I say that I stuck with him to try and talk?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm with him at the door.
I'll stay outside.
I would have stopped at the doorway as well. I followed him to outside, but I would have stopped at the doorway.
Clever.
Good thing he was here to find them before they destroy property.
He's like I can't believe she's trying to tell me this crazy story about other people on my property.
I'm terribly sorry, monsieur, but...
Right, I've asked you to leave and you're not leaving. I don't understand. Now the police are involved, and now you're all going to be in trouble because, well, as far as I'm aware, you're not all French citizens, so they'll probably ship you back to wherever the hell you came from. Swine.
All right. It's a good thing I don't like the French anyway. No.
I shoot him.
Don't
Shotgun.
please.
Pat turns around. Okay, at this point, since Nancy's pointed out the tracks to me,
Yeah.
is there any tracks returning from the carriage house?
You don't spot any returning.
Yeah.
They're
Here
still
we go.
in there. You first. I'm really drugged up right now from that dog.
I'm seriously going to get Pat killed here, and I'm playing it straight up. That's I got foibles that don't listen to anybody, so I'm fortunate. Okay, I'm going to go in, and is the door open?
The door is currently closed.
Oh gosh.
I knock.
Hello?
The door doesn't open, and Christian says, "There's no one in there."
You don't think?
Then why is there footprints laid in there?
Because you've just walked in there.
No, recent
Crazy
ones that
lady.
are way too big for my little feet.
Where the hell is she from? Russia? She sounds horrible.
Yeah.
No, Scotland.
Hey, Harv, you might want to rethink killing them.
What?
The thought hadn't even crossed my mind.
Harvey's still kind of shocked by how brass and thing you
Yeah.
will become. It's so ungentlemanly like.
I know. Even Nancy's a bit. I had the perfect cover story. You went to the room.
I'm a journalist.
I had them in my pocket.
Evelyn's just kind of keeping her face
I
down.
used luck points.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Are the door? Is the door unlocked?
The door looks like it's locked, and Christian kind of calls out, "Well, I have the key, and you're not getting it, so you might as well just stop now before the police get in. I won't tell them that you try and break into my property as well as trespass."
Oh, let me check that lock for you.
Excuse me.
It's not locked. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice.
Nice.
That's exactly the check I need.
It's not.
It's not locked.
Yeah, I turned.
Someone was obviously here.
You got a problem up here, Frenchie. And,
I can see them before me right now.
I open the door and push it open and say, "You're telling me now there's no one on your property? You just saw me walk out here. I ain't got no key."
I don't have a key either.
He's like, total ham because the face ain't listening, kind of for now. I think I hear sirens.
Oh, do you? Do you hear sirens? What's that scar on your arm? And I walk inside.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you step inside the room.
And as soon as I clear the threshold, I'm pulling out both of my guns.
Yeah.
And my character's gonna die because of this stupidity I have to do.
You don't see anyone inside. However, you see that there are, clearly this door hasn't seen much use, regular use at least. But you bust open inside and you see that the vines seem to be growing up from the floor, and there are thick, almost tree trunk-sized bits where the plants have been growing up from. They kind of stem from here, and the kind of vines and barbed thorns seem to grow from this area as well. You see that this was once used as a wine cellar, so there's some really old, dusty wine bottles on the left-hand side of the carriage house. And there is a trap door which is lying beyond several of these vines leading forwards. However, they get really, really thick, almost untraversable. You'd probably have to cut your way through here without getting a lot of cuts on your person.
Okay. The trapdoor's open though, right?
The trapdoor is open, yes.
Just throw that Molotov cocktail down there.
I use that to burn down the asylum.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. How did
I'm
he take me
putting the path
whiskey?
you
Alright,
bring.
I'll throw that up. No, I wouldn't. That's a lie. I shouldn't lie.
It's too valuable.
There's no other way out of the carriage house though, except the door that we came in.
Except
yeah.
for that we know of.
Dun dun
Trapdoor.
dun.
Right, oh, the trap door. Will, can the door be locked from inside? The carriage house door.
It can, yes.
Okay, that's okay.
Are there any like boards or anything laying around?
There are some
Like-
old, planks of wood that are lying around here. It looks
Nancy's
like
gonna grab some of them and like put them over like the nettles and stuff to like pat it, like smash it down so he won't get pricked walking.
Yeah, that will help for your feet, but it is like literally as tall as you. This whole room is covered, so you could like army crawl through probably and
Alright.
and avoid some of it.
There you go. Have fun.
Okay, out of character, I am so tempted to just let this guy go down there and get whatever's down there and bring it back up to us. Like,
Well, go for it then.
If you want to wait,
If he would, just do it. Go for it, man. If he would,
what would your character do?
but Pat wouldn't do that.
then don't do it.
Then you can't.
Yeah. It's like as tempting as it is, he's also called the cops who probably should get out of here pretty quick.
This is true.
While this is all going on, I'm going to be talking to Christian. What's his name?
Yeah, Christian.
Christian. I am so sorry, monsieur, that my friend over there was so brash and, well, very straight to the point. A Yank, you understand. They have no class or anything like that. Like us, of course.
I see.
I'm sure. I mean, this is a beautiful estate. I mean, obviously, it's seen better days. I mean, would you, if we were to make a donation to his restoration, give us a few moments to just, explore just for a moment?
Yeah, his eyes narrow. How large a donation?
Well, how does £50 set you?
He does some quick math in his head. I'll stall the police for a minute or two, perhaps.
Thank you very much. Why don't you have go in and have a nice drink? And I hand him £50.
Yeah.
A nice relaxation. And I assure you we won't disrupt too much.
He takes the money and he still looks angrily towards the direction where Pat has gone, but he kind of stuffs the money into his pocket and goes back inside.
Thank you, monsieur. Alrighty, Evelyn, let's see what they found.
Bribing.
Better be worth £50.
Rich privilege. Hey, you were given $1,000 at the beginning, so why not?
Yeah.
I know.
Right.
I'm keeping track of what we've spent so far too.
We've
as far as,
spent a lot.
stuff. Not that much considering.
It's like 150 at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, like
It's a lot of money.
That's a huge amount of money.
Out of 1,000, it's not bad, especially since our tickets for the Orient have already been bought.
That's true. The Orient Express tickets are free here.
Okay,
We're at
so
150,
shopping.
155, I think.
nice. So Harvey, Nancy, and Evelyn are still at the door, but Pat is inside. Pat, you're pretty sure you could army crawl towards the trap door without taking too much harm. Harvey, Nancy, and Evelyn, are you guys going into?
I thought they said it was an outhouse.
It's basically a bigger carriage house, yeah.
Like an outlier
They
house.
like
Outlier
build-
house, yeah.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I go to the carriage house then, yeah? I go there. There's no reason to stand around. I'll see what Pat sees. Just have a look in.
Yeah, open trap
I'm not
door.
going in there.
Yeah, you see his legs going down the trapdoor.
You see my dead body just tumble in.
And
I'm not
Nancy's
sure.
just standing over it.
Did you go in, Pat, or are you still waiting?
I was going to wait until you guys caught up and then
Okay.
shimmy on down. there.
Is there like a small shed nearby that may have like gardening tools in?
Yeah, there's work tools, shovels and pitchforks and shears and the like.
She has
Some
heck
like
done some of these.
whatever's the sharpest thing. Do they
Yeah.
have like a slasher? Because they used to be.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
scythe.
Like a scythe,
that, and it's
basically, yeah.
curved. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna grab one.
yeah, with the mixture of shears and slashes and whatnot, you can butcher your way through quite savagely the life from here. It seems as though as well that the stem might actually lead underground. So where the kind of tree trunk sized vines were coming from might actually come from even further below. As you look down into the trap door, all you see is darkness and a ladder.
And just drop the match to see how far it goes.
It doesn't go too far. About 20 feet maybe.
Okay. What do you think this is what it is?
Yeah, I got into it. I got us into this mess. I'll go down.
Here.
Okay.
And I give him the matchbox. You're gonna need that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a lighter. I got my lighter.
Oh, you've got a lighter. I'll take these back then.
I'll have those if you don't mind.
We
So,
need those for other things.
Pat, you begin to hear this unearthly... First of all, you hear a scraping sound, as if someone is digging or scratching against something. And then you hear a little murmur of... a snicker of laughter. And as you head down into the room, before you, about 20 feet away, lies the arm of a statue. The statue is marble and would appear to be the one that you are looking for, the left arm of the simulacrum. Standing by that, as it is wrapped in vines, and it would appear that all of the vines originate from the arm as well. They've almost grown out of it. Holding the arm in his hands is Dr. LaRue, still wearing his bloodied lab coat, with a pistol in one hand, and you can see that he has tucked into his jacket one of his medical scalpels, which is covered in blood as well. He's actually slightly obscured, as there is a central column which is holding up the structure from the base and leads up to the ceiling, which is about 10 feet wide. And he kind of turns and looks as you kind of walk down, and he dives into cover, grabbing the simulacrum and drawing his pistol. One other thing that you notice during the room, which is of quite important detail, is that there are skeletons of people who have been wrapped up in the vines, and their skeletons have been here for looks like several hundred years, and the vines have just twisted their way through them. There are 4 bodies in here. But yeah, as we kind of dive into the action here, the doctor kind of turns and leaps behind a pillar, drawing his pistol.
Is he within 10 feet of me?
He's 20 feet away.
Okay. What do I have as far as cover here?
Yeah, so you've got a couple of the skeletons, which aren't going to provide much cover at all, but you're pretty much out in the open. You've got a couple of bushes of thorny vines that you could use to obscure you a bit, but they're not going to stop a bullet.
Okay, here's what I got the drop on him in the sense that he took his action to dive, correct?
Yeah, so he turns, is surprised, dives into cover, he's got his pistol out. You're 20 feet away, he's behind a pillar. And so Pat's going first down here, so he's already down here. You guys are at the top, probably coming down. What order are you guys walking down in?
I'm not coming down until I hear a scream or something.
Yeah, we're waiting for Pat to give
Fantastic.
us a response.
Looks to me.
Yeah,
we'll wait for him to die first.
I'm waiting at the top with my gun, my gun pointed down.
Sure, we'll kill you one by
In case
one.
the wrong person comes up.
They could see the doctor from the ladder, because that's where I saw him as soon as I hit the ground, so they could see him, right?
They don't have a line of sight on him. They can see you, but it's just like a hole downwards. So as soon as you got to the bottom, you could see him, but as far as seeing him from the top, you wouldn't have been able to have a line of sight for him. So they can see Pat walk into the room and draw his pistols and point at something.
All right.
Yeah, I say LaRue, as I'm moving, I say LaRue, gun, crazy.
Crazy. Crazy, man.
Okay.
LaRue, gun, crazy.
He's
I
gone
guess
crazy.
I start. I for myself. Once I hear that and
You're
I
going
know
crazy.
I figured I'll go down. So I'm gonna start climbing down. I'm gonna go, Nancy, stay up here. Go down.
I'll hold down the fort and I grab
Yeah.
one of the nearby vines that's not prickling. I'm just kind of draping it around like a shawl. A little bit.
I'm gonna take it from her and throw it.
Listen, Nancy's high on PCP. She needs to get down here right away.
If anybody shouldn't be down there, it's Evelyn. It's me.
Okay, Will. So he dove behind this. What was it you said? A broken wall, or what was that?
Basically a pillar which is holding up the room is about 10 feet wide, and it looks like it probably could eat a few bullets.
Just break the pillar, kill him with the stone.
Can I? If I take a shot at him, it have to be like a hard success.
It would be a hard success, yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is possible. I'm just trying to figure this out. Can I close to within 10 feet and then open up with both of my guns? I'm going to fan the hammer on both of them. I'm going.
Yeah. Okay.
If I can do that, if I
sure.
can.
Yeah.
I'll stall the police. Bow, 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 bow.
Right.
Tell the police to plug their ears.
Right. Okay, so normally I'd get a -1, but because of my skill, I get a +1 within 10 feet.
Nice.
So, do you want me to roll, 6 firearms?
Yeah, that would be hard as well. So we're looking at the second column here. Damn.
Okay.
So you're looking to get under 40. So that's 1 success.
There's 1 hit.
Yep.
Right.
There's
Oh,
2.
2
2,
hits.
nice. That's a
And
miss.
that was it. That was 6. So I got 2 hits.
Okay, 2 hits, so you can roll damage on 2 of those. So you shoot the doctor, managing to kind of clip him from behind his cover there. Ooh, nasty.
Ooh.
Nice. Very nice indeed. So you kind of, you hear gunfire from all over, bang, 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 just goes off, and you hear a kind of scream as you feel like you've clearly clipped the doctor at the very least. He's still living, and he's gonna just like pop round with his arms just to kind of fire a couple of shots your way, Pat. So let's see what
How much health does this
he
doctor
can
have?
roll. Yeah. More than that.
More than 13.
More than that is what you know. That is 2 successes. So
Damn.
he's just gonna turn. You're an open
We have a great doctor.
open ground basically. He's gonna
This is
roll.
not good.
Let's say D10.
Oh, no, God.
Oh baby.
Oh no!
I rolled
I'm
max.
down.
I rolled max and everything.
Oh my god.
So he just turns around, and he just sinks 2 bullets into Pat. Bang, bang! And the doctor in cover just kind of clutching at his wound, most likely what is a mortal blow to Dr. LaRue. And he's still in his lab coat and he's kind of thin, slick back hair, and he's clutching onto the simulacrum as he's bleeding over it. And we just see Pat shot through, shot in the chest, basically, just clutches at his wound and falls down onto the floor. Harvey, you hear sounds of people being injured from gunfire.
I run in with the shotgun drawn and look, and
How?
I guess I see the guy, and I just go
Yeah.
with my shotgun. I'll
It's hard
attempt
to miss with the shotgun.
Yeah, seeing as you got a spread on it, I'll let it be not a hard check.
Okay.
Seeing as you're just basically kind of burst firing it. So shotgun blast goes off, and it's just the doctor just kind of like dives back into cover as chunks of the wood go flying and splintering outwards from the force of Harvey's shot. Nancy and Evelyn, I'll let you guys take an action here. If you want to do anything, you can. Bear in mind, this is a lethal situation right here.
I know. Okay, so Nancy's gonna be like, grab a vine, tie it around her waist a little bit, like lean into the hole and see what she can see. Can she see the doctor?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like with your wounded back, there's no way you're hanging upside down getting down there.
Okay. Funny.
So you can like you can crawl down and see what's going on, but you would be in the arena of
Yeah.
battle.
Oh, can she get like halfway down the ladder?
Sure. Yeah, you can go halfway down and you can see Pat lying on the floor. Looks like he's dead.
Just enough down to see what's going on.
Yeah, it looks like Pat's dead on the floor.
Oh, he's dead. That's not great. And I'm gonna take a shot at the bad guy, and then try to like go back up the ladder. Be like, not good.
Okay.
Okay. So this is probably gonna fail. I have to really roll super. Nope, that's a fail. Fail,
Yep.
fail, fail.
So you just fire another bullet into the hard cover that Dr. LaRue is behind.
Collapse. It's so bad.
It looks like a pretty sturdy thing, you know. You'd probably actually have to come at it with an axe to cut it down, like a tree. So it's basically you're firing into a tree right now. So, Evelyn, anything you want to do?
Pull me up.
Go home.
Can I help you go home?
Fuck off back to England, thanks.
I liked my terrible life. It's much better than this. I guess I would help her up.
Okay. So, yeah.
I'm not going down there. I'll end up shooting one of them on accident.
Yeah, no,
so.
yeah. Fair enough. Evelyn is not a combat character, so Nancy's helped back up. The doctor is going to try taking a shot at Harvey using the third bullet. Sorry, it's a D10, not a D100. That will not do it. A 44 is a hit, Harvey. So he's going to shoot you.
I like your first 1d10 better.
My first 1d10 is, yeah, a lot better than that.
Bloody
Yeah.
marksman.
What can I say? I'm rolling very well today. I'm on a hot streak. So he just shoots you. You're still standing, Harvey, correct?
Yeah.
Still standing. He shoots you in the shoulder and just, you're kind of thrown backwards. But he's out in the open now. He's not in cover. So he's standing up towards you as he shoots you. And he says, "The simulacrum is mine!" And Harvey, you can take a shot here.
There you go. See you in hell. I'm using luck. Forget this. I'm using luck. I'm using 5 luck.
From the
The
ground,
darkness consumes you.
from the ground, you just see Pat.
So a 60 is a miss, right?
Yeah, but I use 5 luck to
5
get
luck.
a
Okay,
fail,
nice.
so-
Roll damage on that shotgun, which I believe is 2d6.
Oh, I hope I blow his bloody brains out. 7.
Nice. How do you kill Dr. LaRue?
Ah!
I slump against the thing and I struggle to pull the shotgun up. And I go, "See you in hell." Like that. And it's kind of like more
Nice.
of a weak kind of shot, so it kind of spreads all over his face
Nice.
and chest.
Yeah, the
Slams
shot.
him back.
Yeah, the shot just slams over his face, burning it as it shoots him.
Yeah.
And he falls backwards. The simulacrum flies from his hands and actually lands next to Pat's hand. Pat's arm, basically, is Pat's just fallen backwards onto the floor. And Harvey, you see the doctor is clearly dead. Most of his face has been blasted away by the power of your shotgun.
I drop the shotgun. I just go, and then I kind of like on the floor and crawl over to Pat and
Oh no, they're all dead.
check him out to see how bad the damage is.
Yeah, Pat is currently unconscious. He's losing a lot of blood from the chest wound, the bullet, doctor, but, this is a mortal
Yeah.
blow. He's still
I
breathing.
shout, "Nancy, get
Alright.
down here!"
I climbed down the ladder.
Yeah.
Climb
Oh
down
great,
too.
you killed him. That's good. That's great.
You
Alright.
guys begin to hear sirens in the distance.
Alright, oh god, he's dead. I'm gonna
It's just pressure wound.
Right,
Pat.
I won't do mouth to mouth then. We'll just go for the try to stabilize.
Yeah.
You actually see that Pat's hand is glowing white as it's near the simulacrum.
I nudge the simulacrum in his hand with my foot, with my boot.
Okay.
And
You
your
actually-
foot glows.
You're turning me into a zombie.
It's,
I don't know, but
It's actually
past.
Pat's wild magic surge. When you have the simulacrum, you gain an extra 10% in any skill check that you are trying to perform. So if you had a 30 in a skill check, you now have a 40 that you're trying to get underneath. So it increases your chances by 10%.
Okay.
So whatever roll you're going to make here is going to...
All right, we're
Be
gonna do
improved.
some first aid with 40.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. The 10% definitely helps. All right, come on, dice, stop rolling so high. Don't hate me.
But you still have luck. It's 25 luck needed to save Pat there.
Yeah,
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
don't do it. Ah,
Episode 3 and I'm out of luck.
I know. I don't want to use all of my luck yet.
All right, so Evelyn, you're down here as well. You see, Pat lying on the ground. It looks like he's dying. Harvey's kind of bleeding out from his shoulder
Help me
wound.
apply pressure.
Can I try to do a first aid?
Yeah, you can give me a first aid. You're by the
Okay.
simulacrum. It's you can hold it, and that'll give you a plus 10% bonus.
I'll hold it.
Yeah, it's a
Pass
left
the arm
arm.
around.
It's a left arm of a marble statue.
I didn't need it.
Nice.
Didn't even need it.
There you go. So, Pat doesn't actually regain immediate consciousness. It's not like a magic spell in D&D.
Yeah.
But basically, you bandage up the wound, and mechanically, Pat's going to regain 1 hit point. So he's currently on 1, but he's still unconscious.
He's stable but unconscious.
Yeah, in a, you would still need severe medical attention. You'd need to remove the
Alright.
bullet and all sorts. But
There's sirens. Let's get the fuck out of here.
How
Or
are we
we
gonna get
can
him out of
stay-
here?
Or we could say, "Oh my gosh, he shot at us. This intruder," and we had to. It was self-defense. One of the two. We can, but then we might get thrown in jail, and we've got that train to catch.
yeah, you got a
tonight.
couple of hours to get on the Orient, so
All right.
it's up to you.
Harvey, you're not looking so great. Do you need a band-aid too? I've got some extra pain pills from that doctor.
Can I first aid on Harvey too?
Yes.
Sure.
Don't bust up with that stuff, man.
Just keep it good.
Pill for you. Pill.
All of a
I'm-
sudden,
With the
it's too
10%, does it? Or is
No,
that-
I'm gonna hold the thing, and I'm gonna use 2 luck
Okay,
to do
nice,
that.
very nice.
God.
Oh,
So Harvey gains 1 wound as well. So he's currently on 1. Harvey's still conscious.
I'm
however.
actually on 2 because I
So
didn't
2.
go down.
That's right. Yeah. So you're currently on 2. Still conscious. There
I'm gonna
is
go back and forth first aiding.
there is an exit out of here. There is a tunnel which is leading further underground that you could attempt to escape down.
do we think that's really gonna lead us out of here, though?
You tell me.
I mean, honestly. Like, I'm just saying.
You got the option of trying to get Pat back up a ladder, or you got the option
I'm dragging him down.
and dragging him out
the
Tunnel.
path.
and dragging him down the tunnel.
Can we see down the tunnel? Is there like a light at the end of the tunnel?
No, there is no light at the end of tunnels.
This is a Call of Cthulhu game. There's never any light at the end.
There's tentacles down the end of the tunnel.
There's a light at the end of our tunnels.
Yeah.
there's a light at the
Towards
end
the
of Pat's
light.
tunnel
Pat's
right
definitely
now.
seeing the light. Yeah.
I'm not
Shit.
strong enough to carry him anywhere, so.
Yeah, I'm not strong either. How do you think you could carry Pat somewhere?
He's like holding his wounds. Sure.
I know
I
I'm not
mean-
looking great. I like
I could try, but I'm probably like coughing up blood as
I
well.
know. Alright, me and you, we're gonna carry Pat. Harvey, you're gonna hobble behind us. And real quick, I'm just gonna look over. I'm gonna take the doctor's pistol.
Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna
It
take-
still
just
has
take all
3
the guns.
shots.
Alright, I take that.
Can I-
Anything else useful on him? Just like the
Yes.
scalpel. I take the scalpel.
Scalpel.
Are you gonna
Sure, yeah.
search him or just take those things?
Good
I'll
idea.
search him.
Take the
Yeah.
murder weapons. I like it. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll search him for anything real quick. Just a quick search, just like pat, pat, pat.
Yep.
I've
You
done
find a scalpel on him. You
pat downs
find
before.
a gun, and that's the most important thing that you're gonna grab from him.
Cool. Grab it.
All right. So
Alright.
you head down the
Tunnel
tunnel.
ladder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you hear the shouts of "Police! Police! Policia!" As they're above you, as you kind of like rush Pat down a tunnel, try not to be found. They're perhaps half a minute behind you, and you hear them as you're rushing down this tunnel, which begins
Are
to
there
lead
any
upwards.
rocks or anything that could be like pushed from like behind us? like any shrubs?
This isn't
There's a
Indiana
lot of-
Jones, Nancy. No. There is no
Activate the
luck.
switch that brings the tumbling.
The boulder
tumbling-
rolls down
like
towards.
brush. Any brush I can use to hide the tunnel entrance real quick.
You could roll me a spot hidden.
Okay. That's a super success.
Nice. Yeah. You spot some shrubs. It's gonna hurt you to grab them because they're all like thick vines and thorns in them, but you can throw them
use
across.
like that extra lab coat that I'm wearing and I like try to like grab them with
Okay.
like the lab coat to help protect my hands.
You take 1 wound
Okay.
as you just like lift these things over the top, just as the police are about to enter down, and so you guys rush
Hit,
out.
Go,
and they're already on their way, I'm imagining, and they carry Pat out of the tunnel, which leads upwards. It runs for several minutes of you guys just running, and it leads upwards out into the open. You find yourself half a mile away from a main road in rural Paris, one of the suburbs, just northwest of Paris Central. You have 2 hours to catch the Orient Express.
Let's book it back to train station as fast as possible.
Carrying Pat's body.
Yeah, we don't have time.
All of a sudden, Philippe ain't looking that bad.
Exactly.
How far away is the train station?
It'd be a good hour from here. You know, if you were to get a taxi, the doctor is half an hour away.
Let's get him to the doctor, and then we'll go.
I think so. I think so. To the doctor, please.
All right, let's go.
So you rush him back to
Hey, we're back!
the physician, who nervously kind of looks you up and down and says, "I don't want anything to do with anything that might involve the police. I heard the sirens."
Well, they were there. I don't know what the police were there for. He tripped and fell. I'm so sorry.
He points at the bullet wound.
I know.
In
He had
Pat.
his gun in his hand. He had his gun in his hand, and it just went off when he was falling.
Well, if you want this treated, £300 or else.
Oh, no.
Let me die. Don't spend that money.
You know, he's still breathing. I think we're fine. Let's go.
How much would it be to buy medicine off of him?
Yeah, like
£200.
How much would it be to just like slide a hand's medicine off his counter while he's arguing with
This guy's actually got a pistol. He seems like he.
Yeah, well, I've got like 3 pistols at this
We
point.
each have guns.
That's true.
Shoot out again. No.
I'm playing the wrong character apparently.
You have no idea what medicine Pat needs is the problem.
That's the
I
problem.
have some knowledge in medicine.
All right. Well,
That it doesn't
guys,
have a
we
potion of healing, unfortunately.
We had $1,000, and we
Would
spent
I?
$155. We have $845 left, but we only have 1 out of like what 7 pieces.
Wait, so Pat just took.
Six, yeah.
How many rounds did Pat take through the chest?
He has 2 bullet wounds in him.
In the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could I do a medicine check to see what he might need?
He's Harvey's
he's-
Yeah.
like
Roll me
barely
a-
conscious.
I need to have 2 less bullets in my chest.
I mean,
You're pretty sure he needs a doctor. This is what he needs.
Yeah.
fuck. No, I don't know.
Definitely a doctor.
I don't know how much this doctor can do, but there is no way he can fix Pat up within 2 hours. No way.
Yeah. How long do you think it'll take you to fix these wounds?
How quick do you need him done?
We have an hour and a half, and it takes an
It's-
hour to get there.
No, we need to have about 4. See, we spent a half hour getting to the doctor. It was
Yeah.
an hour to get to Paris, so we have 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
I could remove one of the bullets in that time. I doubt he'd be walking, but he wouldn't die.
Alright.
That's not. It's not gonna work. He needs bed rest for God knows how long.
Well, he
I've
can
got
sleep
I've got
on
a
the
couple
train.
bullets in me already. It's all right.
If we can get him to the train, I can see what I can do.
You're
We
going
see
to
the
a
same
train? They're going to let you on a train of a dead man?
They're not gonna let him on the train.
We'll
I'll be
just say
surprised if they let me on the train.
Just get me up.
I mean, they let us on that other train.
Okay, if you need him awake, then I could try and get him up. It might not be pretty. There might be severe damage. There may be severe damage to his body if we were to get him walking.
what?
long term.
We could long term. Well, if he can be awake but not walking. We can just put him in a chair and slap some wheels on it.
Alright, now you're wanting a chair. Now that's going to be extra.
Oh no, I don't. We can find a chair. So.
Oh, Philippe, you're so glad I'm not awake, buddy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
I know.
he's taking out.
Is there a role for like
He's
pity?
Pity roll.
He's pretty glad that Pat is unconscious now. He's going to charge extra for the fact that he was intimidated by Pat earlier. So he's.
I never made an intimidate roll.
He knows.
It was
Is
an
there
implied.
something that I could do that would be pity?
Is there anything I could do for you to lower that price, lad?
Oh Jesus!
Oh God.
If I cry,
God.
will he help my friend?
Says the ghost girl.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
okay?
He says, "Sorry, sweetheart, but it doesn't sound like you have the time."
I mean, I have multiple whiskey. It's very lovely.
If only my sanity was just a little bit lower, I might stab him.
Well, if only
I
I'm one
like
point away from stabbing him or strangling us at the same time.
Listen, you want him walking? I'll get him walking, but he's not gonna be able to shoot as many things as he once did, most likely, or run around as much. He's gonna have long-term effects on his health, you know? You can't just get up from these things. But if that's what you need, I can make it happen.
I feel that if he does anything, he's just on borrowed time. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die.
He took 2 bullet wounds to the chest, and we need him on a train in less than 2 hours.
It might be doctor on train, who knows, eh?
But it
300
would
pounds.
prolong it, so maybe we could find better help if we get him help now.
Put it this way, if you get him no help, he dies.
This could be something to at least prolong his life just a bit longer to find more help.
What's money, eh, when you have friends?
The person with like the least amount of money that's awake right now and saying, just pay the man.
Just pay the man. Well, shit. And I like go for my whiskey, and then I remember Harvey has it. I'm just like, ugh. This is so hard. This is like the hardest decision we've had.
Well, time is ticking, you know. What's it gonna be?
I'm not gonna make this decision. You two can. I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
So we'll do a vote system.
Classic English.
Your vote
Yeah.
was to let him die. Haley's vote's to let him live. Shit, I'm just deciding. Okay.
This decision, you can choose to let him die.
It's crunch time.
Make a decisions on you.
What would Nancy think Pat would want? She knows he really likes to shoot things. And he'd be impaired from shooting. But
life.
But life is
living.
also nice.
Life is also nice.
But that there are people who are like, is a life without the things you love worth living?
I know,
So,
that's what
mean...
she's like,
I
I
sincerely
couldn't
doubt
drink
this is a
whiskey.
time for philosophical.
I
You know,
read,
just
Evelyn reads
make
too
it.
much.
Just make the decision.
Well, we have $500 left, but we're not even halfway through this journey.
You can.
Wow.
If you get me walking, you'll have all your money back.
Says the conscious man.
I have the suitcase. Yeah, she's still optimistic at this point. She's gonna fork over the money to get him walking.
All right.
Oh, they shouldn't have done that.
I know. I was thinking, but I'm like, Nancy would want to try.
So the doctor says,
I love it. I love
45 minutes. You get out of here. Come back then. I need to work alone. All right. So,
It's a good story.
But I'm not
Beautiful
paying
story.
until it's done.
that's definitely not happening. He is taking the money now, and then.
Alright, half now, half afterwards. Just
Oh, okay.
You went very Russian there.
I know, I can't feel it. It happens.
It's all right.
That's what I tend to dip into after
It's
a
just
year
like
of
he said.
Strahd.
Is she Russian or Scottish?
After a year of Strahd, it seeps in.
So, 45 minutes later, you return, and you don't know what feat of necromancy has been performed upon Pat. But he's in a wheelchair. He is his torso is bandaged. He is kind of staring upwards pretty aimlessly. And the doctor is just finishing injecting him with something. So Pat is pretty damn out of it, and but he is alive and seemingly conscious. We're pretty
Okay.
kind of brain dead currently.
Oh, okay. That answers my question.
Yeah.
All right, let's call a taxi and get him to the train.
All right.
Do I get bandaged up?
Hey, other half. And he wants his money.
Hey,
All right.
Daddy
Yeah,
Bill?
he'll inject you with something like a pick me up kind of Harvey. And you just feel a painkiller. So you call a cab, and you rush for the Orient Express.
yep.
So, traveling across town, I'm imagining you're trying to get away as quickly as possible, trying to take all of the shortcuts that
Yeah.
this taxi driver knows. And in short time, you arrive at the station, and you have to present your tickets to get through several barriers. Of course, your suitcases are asked to be taken from you by the assistant. He's asking everyone for this. So as you're about to go through the doors to the station platform, he says, greetings, everybody. And you notice this guy to be a Turkish gentleman. And he says, we are taking everyone's suitcases as per to store them in luggage, anything that you need. Of course, you are allowed one item suitcase to take aboard yourselves.
I need a suitcase with me. Suitcase full of money.
And the simulacrum.
It's probably in with the suitcase full of money because there's
Yeah.
so much less money at this point.
Yeah, probably
Just-
could get away with that.
It's
probably.
padding it out, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
simulacrum and some money.
Yeah, so
This is my carry-on.
any luggage that you have to hand it over to the guy. You're allowed one carry-on piece.
Like, you
And
can have my clothes. This is my carry-on.
Are they searching these carry-ons?
he is going to search them, yes. He does ask everything to be searched. There is a high security aboard the Orient Express at this time. It's also very refined and kind of gentlemanly type club, but they need to make sure that everyone is safe aboard because it's quite a long journey.
Are personal firearms allowed on?
No firearms are allowed on. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, my pistol's probably going to be in the just the case to take.
Okay.
Yeah, in the luggage.
We've just got a case full of guns.
This one's quite heavy.
Nancy is going to be like, I've got to, pop off to the ladies' room real quick, and she's just gonna start tying things up under her skirt. Like, no, they ain't taking these guns. There's Turks. Pat's down. I'm the next in charge here. Apparently, Harvey's down. I'm responsible for this. So she's strapping a couple pistols, to her garter belt, just the simulacrum.
Okay.
And, because it's gonna get searched. She's okay with a suitcase full of money getting searched. She's not okay with them being oh, this. So she's just gonna just tie that up in there too, and just kind of walk, very dainty little footsteps.
Okay.
Does Pat's carry permit work on this?
No, they quite strictly, because you're actually traveling. You're not just traveling through France. Oh, sorry, I thought that was a Wild Magic Search Charis. Yeah, you can roll in 1d10 heal as Charis donates a £1 for healing for Pat. So Pat, you're gonna get some heal.
Noise.
So yeah, you're actually gonna be traveling through Sweden. Yeah, I think you go through Sweden and then you end up in Constantinople. So they say due to the different legalities of guns and firearms that you're not allowed to take any aboard the Orient Express for safety as well. So if there are any obvious firearms on you, they will be taken. Anything that is searched, they will store safely in a compartment, but you will not be allowed access to them.
Okay, so did you say I got healing? Someone gave me healing?
So yeah, if you roll me a 1d10 there, you should be able to heal that amount of wounds back. And this will be over the course of our journey on the Orient. So when we pick up next episode, you'll have healed 5. There are actually doctors aboard the Orient Express who will be helping you. So yeah, we'll get to that next week a bit more. You also have to roll a d10,000 from Tool Score, Pat, for the last second here. But basically all of your stuff is taken, and any carry-on pieces are searched. So you are basically stricken of any firearms and stuff unless you can hide them somewhere, but they will do a search as well. So basically going through airport security.
Did they find my... Because, it was really, really rude to look up a lady's dress back in the day.
Yeah, let's see.
I think it's still frowned upon.
I think it still might be
it was
frowned
like,
upon, yeah.
Yeah, back then it was still like, oh my gosh, knees. So scandalous.
You can roll me a sleight of hand check, and that will be whether or not you can hide.
Oops, how do I do that?
You should be able to.
It's R/. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's how to do it.
I think so.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Everybody's like, yep.
Come on, sleight of hand. That simulacrum's under there too. So
23.
I need this statue arm. Oh, I'm gonna luck it. I'm gonna luck it. That's
Wow.
so close.
Okay, how much luck?
3 points of luck.
How much luck do you have left?
I have at this point -3. I'm still in the 50s. I have like
Okay.
57.
Wow.
God damn.
Nice, not bad.
I
So
have
you
decent
managed
amount of
to hide the simulacrum and stash it away.
And the pistol?
Yeah, and your pistol too. So you have one pistol between a group of you. You notice that the doctor's done quite good work on Pat, but his skin is really like tough and like gritty, like sandpaper, as if something's affected his skin. Perhaps the wounds, like the bullets have like burnt him and his skin, but it seems to be almost all over his skin. Perhaps the closeness to the simulacrum has affected Pat, but certainly he looks
Or
like
it's that French, it's Philippe.
it could be Philippe. It could be his medicine. You never know.
I know what
so,
the second simulacrum is. That necromancy shit that he pulled. It's got
Mhm.
to be Philippe.
So the group of you managed to get aboard the Orient Express, and it's not long before everyone is ready and the train is on its way. And so at the end of today's episode, that's where we're going to leave it, as you guys finally leave on the Orient Express, somewhat safe and somewhat sane.
Go team!
Great
I'm
job.
sane. I'm just pretty much dead.
Yeah, I know, right? I almost was both today.
There you go. Fantastic. Well, if you guys in chat enjoyed tonight's episode of Horror on the Orient Express, please do let us know in the chat room. If you did enjoy it, hit that follow button and join us. We're about to dive into our next campaign, which is Tyrant's Thrall, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. So stick around a couple of minutes, and our next show is about to begin. You guys enjoyed it? GG! Woo! Good. So let's go around the cast and crew. Did we enjoy ourselves? Where can we find you guys online? We went with a bit more of a intense episode. As we mentioned, the show would be heading towards a bit more kind of serious stuff, and I feel that worked really particularly well with tonight's episode of Call of Cthulhu. So, Redundant, your thoughts, my friend?
That was definitely a lot more intense
Yeah.
than what we normally have. A lot more action, and it's just in Call of Cthulhu, combat is just so brutal, just so brutal.
Man, one shot.
One shot and you can go down, and we did basically. But I'm looking forward to next week, seeing how we get along. Finally on the Orient Express, finally to get some fancy wine dining and upper class stuff, and I'm pretty sure Harvey's going to sleep most of it because he needs to recover HP. But yeah, it was really good, really good. For myself, I stream on Twitch at Redundant UK. I am a variety streamer. I stream things like Sims, Mass Effect, GTA RP, all that things, and I stream from 10 a.m. GMT Monday to Friday.
Fantastic. Greg, your own thoughts, my friend.
Oh, I feel bad. I think you should have let Pat die. I make two promises. I will find out some way to pay you guys back, and I guarantee you there's going to be 300 pounds coming your way. I don't know how I'm going to get it. I'm gonna get it.
It's gonna rob the train.
I am. I'm going to do something. It was a great episode. I think the description in the asylum was fantastic. The swinging bodies was just visually awesome. Will, it was really
Thanks.
cool. And I have such a blast playing with you guys. It was super duper fun. I'm sorry I scotched it up at the end, but that's Pat. That's what you got with Pat. So I had to do it. But thank you to the chat for the health, man. That really helped out.
Yeah.
Everything else was great. You can find me Grimjack21502 on Twitter and Twitch, and I had a great time. It's awesome. Love it.
Fantastic. Lindy, yourself.
Oh my gosh. I don't like mental asylums, like, period, because that one horror movie I saw that one time, like, the only horror movie. So it was, like, especially like, no, don't open any doors, don't do anything. And it's just, I almost went insane, and I almost died. Glad we didn't. It was really difficult to make the choice about Pat, but it's still so early on. Nancy's like, no, we'll be fine. This is the worst of it. And then, like, if you die again, she's not gonna save me. But
He's had his chance.
yeah, she's optimistic.
If you save me again, I'm going to wake up and shoot myself. So,
Okay.
Now we know how you feel about it.
Right? But yeah, so lots of difficult moral stuff for her today. But yeah, I don't normally do that kind of scary stuff on my streams. I am a variety streamer. I play Dungeons and Dragons on Tuesday nights. Right now we just started Out of the Abyss. I play Mass Effect right now, other video games as well during the week, and I'm going to be starting my first cosplay stream next Friday because I finally have a date for that. So yes.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
find me at Laugh Love Lindy.
Fantastic. Haley.
So obviously Will hates me because of all the people to give a nat 1 to. It gives it to me.
Hey, it was a perfect moment.
And tries to kill me. No. It made me think of Outlast the entire time we were in the asylum. Because I kept waiting for, like, creatures to come get, like, poke out. Like, they did the wake up on the bridge or the catwalk. I expected that. I saw it coming. But no, I had a great time playing. I'm glad I could be back this time. You can find me as The Great Haley on social medias, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, yada. I play a lot of Witcher 3, Final Fantasy 14, lots of the IRL stuff, so me rambling for hours about nonsense. So
Fantastic.
hey.
Fantastic. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. We'll see you guys again same time next week for more Call of Cthulhu, but time ahead into our next game, Tyrant's Thrall. And yeah, I'm excited for that one. Man, next week's going to be a good one. We're finally on the Orient. We're finally on our way. 1 out of 6 simulacrums. Yeah, not bad. We're getting there. So, yeah, good luck, guys. Until next week, try not to go insane. Try too many nat ones. Want to be here laughing when you do. See you guys soon. Bye.